Cheers, everybody. I'm sorry for that. I just realized the music probably wasn't playing and shit because, well, I've been drinking for the past 40 minutes. Cheers. Live. Happy Friday. Thank you for being here. Street Team Tony, thank you for being here. Merkaba. Having a little bit of delays and shit, but let's get this show on the road because you know what it is. I was actually supposed to start with this man right here.
Mr. President, the Iranian government threatened a bunch of U.S. companies today in the region, including Google, Apple.
With what? What did they threaten them with? PB guns? Or
well, that's
they don't have much left to threaten.
My question for you is, are you...
I don't know. I mean, what are they... You made a statement. What did they threaten them with? I don't know. Tell me, how did they threaten them?
Well, all I know is that they threatened them, sir.
What does that mean?
Fair enough.
They said something nasty?
Is the government in touch with these companies? Are you helping to backstop them?
You don't even know what the threat was. What was the threat? I haven't heard it. What was the threat? Did they say they're going to blow them up? They're going to hit them? They're not. You know what they're not going to do? They're not going to hit them with a nuclear weapon.
Live. They sent these amateurs out there to try to battle one of the biggest trolls in America. What do you expect, you dumb sons of bitches? Cheers! Super Saiyan Joku, thank you for being here. Live. Amateurs, man. Why do they send these newbies to go fucking against this guy? This guy's the internet troll, bro. You can't go over there with shit like they threaten. Yeah, what are they threatening him with? We've blown up everything they have. What did they threaten him with? You dumbass. Fucking idiot. Cheers, everybody. Happy Friday night. Thank you for being here on the only show that is strictly for the boys. Oh my God. It's been a hell of a week for the Trump, as they say. It's been one hell of a week for this guy. He embarrasses some fake news. And he mic drops them all the time. They try to call him out about like, oh, when you're no longer president, are you afraid they're going to try to arrest you for all the crimes you're doing right now? They asked him. This is how he responded. Classic Trump.
President Trump, are you worried now that the next time there's a Democratic president, they will indict your FBI director or people in your administration?
That's what they tried to do, right? They did it with me for 4 years. They went after me. They went after me for 4 years, and that doesn't include the 4 great years that we had in the White House. So when I ran it from, 2016 when we won, it began before I got to office,
And he's not wrong. They've been trying to put him in jail since before he first was running for office. And each time the courts found him not guilty and that you don't have evidence, all you're doing is pointing fingers and talking shit. This man is president twice. There it is, man. What are they gonna do? Put him in jail? Obama's not in jail. No. Clinton is not in jail. I'll tell you, if there's anybody out of all the past presidents, they all should be in jail. All of them. Bush, Obama, Biden, all the way. Even Jimmy Carter, that Satanist. They all should be in jail. But if anybody should be in jail, it's so obvious. It should be the entire Clinton administration, Janet Reno, and all those motherfuckers that literally did this live on television. They set the Davidians on fire and they burnt all those women and children and they blamed it on them. Yeah, those guys were crazy and they were huddled up in there with all these guns and shit. But their solution how to stop this situation was let's set the fucking house on fire and just kill them all. And that was shown live on fucking public access here in Texas. So we know the truth. God damn it. None of them go to jail, ever. All they ever try to do is publicly humiliate themselves. Each other, I mean, not themselves. Well, I mean, some of them humiliate themselves, let's be honest, like Bush and shit and Biden. But yeah, there ain't nothing ever gonna happen. Just look at this, what Trump is saying. If any of this, and it is true what he is saying, but if any of this had actual real consequences, people would go to jail. But I promise you, no one's going to jail for this.
The witch hunt that you should be talking about is they caught President Obama absolutely cold, Tulsi Gabbard. What they did to this country in 2016, starting in 2016, but going up to 2020 in the election. They tried to rig the election, and they got caught. And there should be very severe consequences for that. You know, when we caught Hillary Clinton, I said, you know what? Let's not go too far here.
Let's take it easy on my cousin. I don't like her or her friends. Let's just publicly embarrass them. But then don't send them to jail. She's still family. And we do spend Christmas where we sacrifice chickens to Moloch every year together. It's family tradition. So let's just take it easy on her and her friends.
It's the ex-wife of a president, and I thought it was sort of terrible. And I let her off the hook, and I'm very happy I did.
Yeah. For the family, for the family.
But it's time to start, after what they did to me, and whether it's right or wrong, it's time to go after people.
Her black friends and her Muslim friends, I don't have any problem going after them.
Obama's been caught directly. So people say, oh, a group. It's not a group. It's Obama. His orders are on the paper. The papers are signed. The papers came right out of their office. They sent everything to be highly classified. Well, the highly classified's been released. And what they did in 2016 and in 2020 is very criminal. It's
illegal, and it ain't nothing new that no other administration hasn't done before. All right, that's the way it's always been. The CIA and the Bush cartel killed fucking Kennedy because they wanted to themselves place Richard Nixon in there. Oh my God, it's crazy, bro. Everything that goes on here. You pay attention, you can read between the lines. Obama's not getting in trouble. It's just a public shaming, right? A lot of people are gonna call him the N-word, and it's gonna be okay. Pretty soon. Not yet. Don't do it yet. That's racist. Anyways, Trump is doing some good for some people, mostly whites, but he does care about Americans and the future of American children. He's tired of seeing all these idiot and retarded children out there in the school system. So he's putting his foot down. Him and RFK came together, and officially, vaccines are banned for children, or not required.
very importantly, vaccinations for hepatitis B, COVID-19, and influenza, among others, are no longer recommended for all children. In addition, this executive order directs the Attorney General to advance legal challenges against states that violate children's rights to religious or medical vaccination exemptions for the very important.
That's insane to think that in other countries they only require children to have 11 injections, you know, like for dangerous shit like smallpox and some kind of HPV cancers or some ass. What's up, Merkaba? We're gonna get to that in a little bit, you motherfucker. Cheers!
Live.
But here in the United States, 72, they pump your child full of 72 fucking injections, and then you wonder why his head ends up being shaped weird and why he's a fucking idiot and autistic and can't learn like you could learn when you were young and shit, and he's not good at football, and then he's non-binary and he wants to be a little girl, and you wonder why the fuck Maybe it has to do with all these 72 injections he gets before he gets the first hair on his fucking ball sack. For fuck's sakes. Oh my God. They're doing some good. For some of the future. There's a lot we have to fix in this country, man. There's a lot. One of the main things we gotta fix is this goddamn war. Right now it's on pause. When will it start again? I don't know. When will they need more money? That's the questions you should be asking. Well, according to Trump, the United States might have gotten either some lump sum of money or something very valuable from Iran for this peace deal they're trying to make.
Because they're going to make a deal. They did something yesterday that was amazing, actually. They gave us a present, and the present arrived today. And it was a very big present.
Notice how he never mentions what this very big present is.
Worth a tremendous amount of money. And I'm not going to tell you what that present is, but it was a very significant prize.
It's some sort of alien Stargate that they found in the desert that the fucking Iranians haven't any clue how to use. But the United States, we've been in contact with these motherfuckers for fucking centuries. We got at least 2 of them already. We got one from the Iraqis and one we found over here in some Native American fucking village that we kicked all of the motherfuckers out of there. Stole their land and shit. Over there in the Grand Canyon. I bet you that's what that is.
And they gave it to us, and they said they were going to give it, so that meant one thing to me: we're dealing with the right people.
Is that nuclear related?
No, it wasn't nuclear related. It was oil and gas related, and it was a very nice thing they did. But what it showed me is that we're dealing with the right people. Because, you know, you don't know, because the leadership was killed, all gone.
Yeah, we killed them all.
Khomeini, all gone, as the expression goes, the past supreme leader. And then the new supreme leader was racked up, at a minimum racked up pretty good, and everyone else was gone. And then many of the people...
Everyone's dead, but these new guys, they gave us something. We're not going to tell you what it is, but it's expensive as fuck. And it's a good prize. We're dealing with good people now, he says. We're dealing with good people now. You're dealing with a bunch of sneaky Arabs, Trump. You better watch your back. They're lying. They're lying. That's all I'm trying to say. What is the future of this war? How will it all end? Well, according to Trump, it's going to end in total victory and a straight and fucking 100% control of the Hormuz Strait. Because I said straight earlier, so it just was weird if I said the Strait of Hormuz. You know what I'm saying? I had to switch it up.
We're bringing the prices way down. Look at what's happening, coming way down. And after we finish defeating Iran, which is being very badly defeated, pretty soon I'll be declaring the Hormuz Strait a territory of the United States.
Live.
And this was fucking stated just a couple minutes ago that the rest of the world is on board with this. France and Italy and a bunch of other piece of shit European countries, all of a sudden they want to back Trump up and help protect and run the Strait of Hormuz. They're tired of these Arabs fucking up everything. They said, you know what, let's just take it away from them. Trump, you already blew up everything they had as far as means of them attacking us. Let's just take it over. That's the European way.
Live.
And Trump, being of European descendant, along with Hillary Clinton and all those motherfuckers related to the Windsors, is on board with this European conquest of Arab nations. It benefits us, so what do we care, man? Let them. Fuck them. Fuck Iran and fuck the Arabs. Let's take all that oil and all that, the straits and every passage and resources those motherfuckers ever think they got blessed with by whatever's 6 ain't 12-armed elephant god they worship and shit. Jesus Christ is the only God, and those dumb sons of bitches will know it when we go over there and we take everything they have. We're gonna take it all. Because that's what Christ taught, for fuck's sakes. But we gotta honor our fallen God who was killed by those fucking Jews. Anyways, let's move it along. We're getting too religious here. I don't support any religion, by the way, in case you didn't notice. But apparently, there's some weird shit going on at the White House. Remember, Trump is 80 years old. I think he's 81 now. A whole year has gone by. Maybe 2. He might be 82. Look, this guy's gonna be as old as Biden by the time he gets out. You know what I'm saying? So he falls asleep now, especially because they get him running around 24/7. This guy takes naps throughout the day. But somehow, sometimes, his nap time is interrupted by press conferences. And they got the little woke girl right here they hired. And they put her with a little button on her belly button. And they have a little earpiece on her. And they tell her, when Trump falls asleep, zap him. And, Hassan Piker style. And that's exactly what happened this week.
A year ago, where we funded a dozen and more major research teams to answer the question of what is the cause of autism.
Did you catch it? Did you catch it? They told her on the earpiece, he's falling asleep, and she goes, okay. And then she presses her belly, and Trump wakes up because they zapped him. Check this out.
Major research teams to answer the question of what is the cause of autism.
Oh, yeah! They got the idea from watching Hassan and his dog and shit, and they say, hey, you know what? If it works for this little woke son of a bitch, it could work for us. Let's try it out. And Trump was all I'm willing to do it for clicks and views.
Research teams to answer the question of what is the cause of autism. So more than a year ago,
Look at this.
Where we funded a dozen and more major research teams to answer the question of what is the cause of autism.
Oh,
it's a
I think he
complicated
liked it.
biological
I think he
phenomenon.
liked
It's
it.
not going to be a simple answer.
He liked the shock they gave him. Because he knows it's a little girl and they're doing it to him. So it reminds him of his Epstein days. Oh, yeah. Trump wasn't abusive to the little girls at the Epstein Island. That's why they all made sure he didn't go to jail. Trump let them abuse him. That's what he's into. He likes being abused. So none of the little girls got fucked or nothing. They had dildos on and they gave it to him. That's why when they were in court, they said he was not part of it. And that's why he's not in jail. That's why, motherfuckers. Know the truth. This man is not a pervert to little girls. He's just a pervert who likes to get handled. Oh, yeah. Look at that, getting zapped like a dog. That's insane, bro. That's exactly what that is, bro. You cannot deny it. There was some crazy ass shit that happened. Apparently, Trump was overseas in Turkey. And he was almost assassinated. You know, because this guy's #1 target of the entire world. The woke world. And whether you like to believe it or not, the woke influence has infiltrated the entire global population. And so they're everywhere. And so actually, he almost got assassinated in Turkey. And they asked him about it when he came back. The fake news.
About your ride on the airport catering truck in Turkey, why did you need to do that?
Well, it's only...
So they snuck him out of Air Force One through a catering truck and took him on a regular fucking one of those cargo planes back to America because they thought that Air Force One was gonna get blown up by these Turkish woke leftists
Up to Secret Service. I just follow what they'd like to do. So I go by Secret Service and the military. They wanted me to go on a different flight, a different plane, equal safety, but they wanted me to do it, so I do it. I do what they say.
He does what he says. He said, here's the whole operation here from actual real time, how it went down, motherfuckers. He got on a plane just like that. And they had a little compartment on the back that they can sneak him out of. And you can already see the airport catering truck is already there. It's shit. Everybody there, the fake news is getting on board because they say, hey, if they're going to blow us up, put the fake news inside the plane so they can blow up. Meanwhile, fucking Trump leaves through the back door. and he's loaded up into another fucking cargo plane. Meaning the fake news didn't know they were in danger of getting blown the fuck up by terrorist organizations that they support.
Live.
That's fucking insane, bro. The kind of shit that this fucking 80-year-old man has to go through every day to day. You know what I'm saying? But as we end a week in Trump land, as they say, and move on to other disgraces of United States politics. He'll probably be back to give his opinions on little subjects here and there. But we're done with what the important shit he did this week, which wasn't a lot, to be honest. We'll leave you with his final message as it has been announced as Merkaba so selfishly spoiled in the comments down there. The Karoline Leavitt will retire and leave her position at the end of the month, my friends.
How's Karoline doing? Is she doing good? Should Karoline be replaced?
No. That's up to you, sir.
It'll never happen.
Nobody wants to. I said she does a great job. Do you want to elaborate on the lips?
Okay, and those lips, they move like a machine gun, right?
Do you want to elaborate?
Live.
Hey, do you guys notice anything different with Trump? He literally looks different from day to day, bro. Like, they literally either have clones or doubles, and they're fucking with everybody, bro. Because this guy seems more peppy, active, and more orange than the guy that landed and was fucking talking to the press earlier, embarrassing them. I'm just trying to say, man, they look similar, but these could be actors, man, or clones. They're fucking with us, bro. The Biden administration already did it, so Trump administration could very easily be taking fucking advantage of the situation and saying, hey, if those idiots did it, so could we, but we could do it better. We got like 12 Trumps running around like the way Saddam had like fucking 12 Saddams and nobody knew who the fuck he was. Shit. It's insane. But yes, my friends, good old beautiful Karoline Leavitt has chosen motherhood over her duty as United States Press Secretary. Good for her, you know, if she wants to fucking be a mom and raise her kids the right way in a conservative, Christian upbringing. Good for her, you know what I'm saying? Fuck going to work. I've made enough money working for this racist. I'm set for life, she says. Cheers. But we will miss you, Karoline Leavitt. And here's some of her best. Because she came back in full force this week. Here she is, my friends, letting the world know who she is, who she was, and how the fuck she laid down law while she was here.
These are radical, extreme liberals, socialists, communists, whatever you want to call them, Sean. What matters most is their extreme policy positions. This is no longer the Democrat Party of JFK. Heck, this is not even the Democrat Party of Barack Obama. This is a party that has been totally captivated by these.
Wow. That is huge. To the point, this is not even the Democratic Party that existed when Barack Obama was president. And no, it's not. This is some lunatic ass that has corrupted an entire fucking organization, bro. And it's gonna poison and destroy America if we don't put a stop to it.
Far left extreme liberals who support massively raising your taxes, who support abolishing your police, who support abolishing private prisons, who support reopening our southern border and our nation's borders to illegal alien criminals all over the world.
How dare you, Merkaba? This beautiful woman is a saint. She would never, ever. But I'm with you. I hope she does. Oh, yeah. God damn it. Thank God there are deep fakes out there. I don't support that kind of shit, but they do exist. And they're amazing. Here's her destroying more of these liberal pricks. For you motherfuckers.
Well, what these Democrats do is hide behind cute labels like the Democrat Socialists of America. They should be called the Destructive Socialists of America. Just look at what AOC and the Democrat Party has done over the past 2 years. They have blocked all of the significant policy that President Trump and Republicans have implemented, like the largest middle-class tax cuts in American history. Every single Democrat voted against that. If they had their way, they will massively raise your taxes. 90% of Americans across this country, they say just for the wealthy. No. Middle class, working class Americans in this country will have more of their hard-earned money taken out of their paychecks if Democrats are given a chance at power.
And that's not a lie. They want to raise taxes to give to the really poor. They say fuck anyone who's making money, bro. And that's not a lie. We'll get to that in a little bit. Talk more about it. This is us celebrating the beautiful Karoline Leavitt. You will be missed. Here she is for the last time. Well, I don't know. We might get another. Hopefully she'll say a couple more words for the next week. She's here to the end of the month, folks. But until then, this channel will miss you, you hottie. Give it up for her, everybody.
Does anyone have any questions for Patty or for me? No? I have a question. No. Anybody?
It's the motherfucking.
I'll see you all later.
Live.
Does anybody have any questions? A little Indian reporter. No. Oh, yeah! That's pretty racist, but that's what makes her hot. Just seeing her walk in the door in her little Nazi uniform, your little Nazi shorts, skirt, and shit. Bad American, bad. Oh, God bless this little girl. Hope she raises some good kids. You know, who knows? Because rich people's kids turn out bad a lot of the times. It's what happens when you have money. You don't value, you appreciate how hard it is. You know what I'm saying? But Trump deranged syndrome. I know we're not done talking about him. This is the main focus of the show. You know, this guy brings views and clicks. What do you want from me, motherfucker? Trump deranged syndrome is real. And I've told you it's real. Don't be a victim, bro. Don't be a victim of TDS. It is out there, and a lot of people suffer from this ass. It is real. They hate this man so much that they are willing to go to jail and defile national monuments, bro. Somebody went and poured bleach and a bunch of chemicals into it, causing a bubble, and then they went and spray painted ass on a World War II memorial in Washington, D.C., bro. These people hate this racist so much that they're willing to go and defile a monument that was erected to honor the people that died serving their country. But not only that, died protecting your freedoms, motherfuckers, because the Nazis were trying to take over the world a long time ago, before you were born, you pussies. And these people went out there and died. And they died before they were even 20 years old, man. A lot of them. This is for them. But you hate a rapist and a racist so much, you gotta go trash something that has nothing to do with him, bro. Here's the culprit, and you know exactly what they look like. You know exactly what they look like, bro. I don't even have to spell it out for you, motherfucker. Lesbian, white, liberal, woman, woke. God damn it! I mean, if she would have been, I don't know, 20 years younger, she would have had purple hair and a nose ring. But this is basically what the older ones look like. You know what I'm saying? And she's such an idiot that she even recorded herself.
And I will wait here to be arrested.
Footage posted to Facebook Thursday, a woman appears to spray paint the World War II memorial and tell the camera she's ready to be arrested.
It was me. I'm doing it. I did it. It's on camera.
The video goes on to show the woman put something in the water that causes it to bubble. Police at this hour have not yet confirmed whether they've seen the video obtained by Fox 5 or made any arrests.
I can't believe that Washington, D.C., our nation's capital, has turned into this.
Tourists in town to see the monuments were stunned and were kept far back from the damage as police investigated. But photos by a local photographer show it up close. The words clean hands, dirty money. Bubbles lingered for hours.
And now they gotta pay a bunch of legal brown people to clean it up. Clean all this shit up. Because that's the only type of jobs that's left for us. Yeah. But they're not gonna deport us, and we don't give a fuck. And we're not scared about getting deported, you dumb sons of bitches. Believe me. They pull me over, they let me go right away. They pull me over all the time, at least once or twice a day. Look at the way I look. Wouldn't you pull this guy over? Happy Friday, everybody. Thank you for being here on the only show that is strictly for the boys. Yeah, dude. I mean, this is just bullshit that this kind of stuff goes on, bro. Because, I mean, god damn it, bro. That nothing to do with what you're upset about, bro. But it's not like, you know, the only people that are upset, and this is the truth, and hate and to have TDS seem to be these liberal white women, the lesbians, and shit like that, ruining the community, these transsexuals and these mentally deficient people. They're ruining the gay community. Used to be about peace and love and acceptance, and now it's all like, if you don't support what I support, then fuck you. How is that accepting everybody, you dumb son of a bitch? God damn it. It's only them. It's only those mentally deficient people, because people like this orange tan rapist, believe it or not. They might not like that he's orange tanned, a racist and rapist, but they actually like what he's doing. For fuck's sakes.
Been deployed to DC for more than a year now. What do you make of their presence a year in?
I love them.
I love them. Our kids deserve to grow up safe with a different environment. You know, for so long, D.C. has been a violent city. The goal is to get peace back into the neighborhood and society.
Live. Dude, don't you think black people deserve to live in a neighborhood where it's safe? They're not all bad. It's, you know, the fatherless children that are bad. The people that are making children and not being fathers, they're the people that should be in jail and shit. That's a problem right there, man. There's a huge problem. And it's not just blacks, this everywhere. Whites and browns and yellows and every color in between does this disgusting act. Stop coming inside, bitches. Pull out and come in their faces if you're not ready to be a man, you pussy. I identify as a woman, so best believe I will never be ready to be a man. I will always pull out and come in her face. I am. Cheers! But listen to reason from regular folks in D.C., for fuck's sakes.
I love them here. Keep them here. It's cleaning D.C. up. Keep them moving all around D.C. Clean them up. Clean them up. I love them.
I love them. The whites too. The straight whites.
Tell them thank you every time I walk past them. All the crime statistics say they're down, in no small part because of that.
That's a deterrent. So we haven't had any really serious issues, especially with the teenagers lately. But
remember, I kept showing you months ago how there was teenagers taking over every night and just destroying half the city. He put cops out there. Trump cleaned all this shit up, bro, in just a few months.
I think they're doing an excellent job. I just feel bad about the young lady who lost her life last year.
Let's take a look at the crime stats across the nation.
This is, I mean, you know, you can hate him because he's orange tanned. You can hate him because he's a rapist. And you can hate him because he's a racist. But you can't hate him for what he's doing to our country. Because what he's doing in our country is actually fixing it up. Other candidates who are trying to get in there, weasel their way in there and shit, get your vote, lick some ass. Well, they might not have the same love for America as this man does. And now that some of them are top candidates on the polls to run for Democratic presidential elections, now they want to change their goddamn views and affiliations. And they're backtracking their statements and trying to figure out how to explain their past remarks, which, by the way, was only a few months ago.
Still a member of Democratic Socialists of America?
Of the New York City chapter.
The New York City chapter, not the national?
No.
And what's the difference?
So every DSA chapter is formed locally.
Yeah.
And so the New York City DSA chapter, those are folks that you know. It's kind of like your local union chapter.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So, because
Oh, what's the difference? Oh, well, you know, they're crazy, but we're not that crazy. You know, we're still affiliated, and we share some of the same views. Yeah. Now, like I said, that she's the top Democratic candidate to be either vice president, or the way it's looking, they're gonna dump Kamala and just go with her. The way it's looking, she might be the top Democratic fucking presidential candidate. Now she's trying to backtrack and take her foot out of her mouth from all the bullshit she's been saying the past 4 years.
City councilman that has this saying woke one was crazy.
Woke one was crazy. Okay, that's
and I think that what's important is that we have to assess what
was it. I mean, did the movement go too
now.
far with some of those positions? I mean, you briefly supported the idea of defunding the police.
Well, you know, I think that During this time, and especially during COVID, there was a huge...
Oh yeah, we don't need police during a lockdown where stores are unattended, very easily able to get broken into. So during that time, that's why I supported defunding the police. Let's hear what other explanations she has for her bullshit that just came out of her ass the past 4 years, now that she's trying to be some kind of presidential candidate for you in a few years.
Opening of the Overton window, we were shut down. There was some of the highest unemployment rates that we have seen because of those shutdowns. Yeah. And I think that the doors were really open in trying to entertain any and every policy that was going to get us to a better place. And I actually think that the discussions that were had in that time were quite fruitful. I think that when we talk about crime today, it's fundamentally different than the way that we talked about crime in bringing crime down, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that we all share in the goals of having as low a crime rate as possible. I think that, you know, during lockdown, of course, rhetoric in that time is not rhetoric that we would use today. And I'm grateful that these candidates have the opportunity to present who they are to their electorate and what they're campaigning on in this moment.
It was just something we said back then. It doesn't mean nothing today. It's a different time now. Look, man. I gotta tell you one thing. If this little girl makes it to the goddamn actual ballot, for the first time ever, I think I might actually just register and let the federal government know my sexual orientation for the first time, just so that I can make sure we don't have a moron like this little girl in the White House. She's a candidate. She's an idiot, bro. Oh my God, and Trump knows it. Everyone knows it. Here's what Trump is saying about her little backpedaling on her statements.
Their week, AOC, woke one was crazy. She's trying to back away from those comments. Why do you think she's trying to do that? Is she going to run for president?
I think so. But if you really look at it, they're all saying the same thing. They're all trying to disavow themselves from saying about crime, and we love sanctuary cities. All the things that they said, they're now trying to disavow. But people know the woke. I mean, they know the woke, and the woke will become woke again as soon as they get elected.
Live. This guy knows, man. This guy knows. He goes, hey, you know what? We're Republicans and we don't hide it. We say it all the time. But these motherfuckers are snakes. They will lie and say, well, that was last year. This year is different and shit. Just to get your vote. But as soon as they're in there, it's the same bullshit all over again. He knows, man. It's so sad what the Democratic Party has become, bro. Because when I was young, it was something they taught us that we were supposed to be hopeful for. And the closer you take a look, the more the cracks begin to show. They're idiots, bro. And we have to make sure this little girl does not make it to the White House. Because idiots and morons have been being voted in to positions of power, not just on the Democratic side. We talk about fucking retarded fucking John Fetterman and Mitch McConnell brain dead over there all the time. Fucking idiots get elected to be in charge of the rest of us all the time, because guess what? The only people that are voting are actual fucking idiots. And only idiots vote for idiots. And that's the problem, man. So I think for the first time ever, Son of Man's gonna be one of those Diddies. Son of Man's gonna be Diddy. Get out there and vote, motherfuckers. Because this is serious. This is getting serious for the first time in United States history. It is actually getting serious. Get out there and register. Let the government know who you are, how many children you have, and where you work. They already know it anyways. They just need you to confirm it so they can give you a voting card. You idiot. Just do it already. We can't let these idiots take over. Look at how stupid they are. They want to rewrite history and make up idiocracies so that the rest of the world can think that this is how it is and this is what really happened.
And how Black Americans really created democracy in this country.
That's exactly right.
How they literally made something from nothing. It is. And how.
Oh my God. Cheers, Gober!
Live.
Hope you're doing okay, bud. We were talking about you yesterday. We were playing Fortnite. Thinking about you. Stay alive. We need more sprites. That's all I'm gonna say. Cheers, Gober. What a fucking idiot. And then the other idiot that goes along with her. She says blacks made democracy. Because, you know, all our founding forefathers that wrote the Declaration of Independence were African Americans.
Black Americans really created democracy.
And then this idiot, this demented, retarded person sitting next to her that is interviewing her looking all fucking lesbian with her slick back wet hair, completely agrees and says she is 100% correct about her statement.
In this country, that's exactly right.
This is the kind of people we're dealing with, man. Fucking mental patients, man. Mental fucking patients that should be locked up somewhere in some asylum. Because they're delusional, bro. They live in a fantasy world where I don't know what kind of history they think existed back then. I don't even think we had slaves yet. For fuck's sakes. I think we had slaves after we were America. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even know why they say blacks made democracy. Shut the fuck up, bro. That's just insanity, bro. This is the kind of person that is going to be on the Democratic presidential ballot. Here is this week being drunk. We've shown plenty of drunk posts. Here's the drunk post this week, slamming her ex-fiance who was forcing her to freeze her eggs because she didn't want to have kids, because she didn't want to get fat, because she's got Latina genes, and as soon as she gets fucking has a baby, her hips are gonna whiten, she's gonna get a fat ass and all this cellulite like Kim Kardashian naturally would have if she wouldn't have pumped her fucking ass full of well and seal guts and shit. But here she is talking about it, drunk, after the clubbing on a Saturday night.
Kids at a young age, beautiful, like, love that for you. A lot of these people who pressure women into having kids at a young age or trying to create hysteria around being too old, etc., what they're trying to do is rush you into having a relationship with a loser. By a loser, I mean someone who doesn't respect women, someone who doesn't respect you, someone who doesn't treat you well, someone that doesn't support your growth as a human being.
Look, man, people hate Trump because he's always tweeting and true socialing and IGing and Facebooking and all this ass. Could you imagine having a woman president, the first woman president, but not only that, drunk posting in the middle of the night about bullshit like this? It's just embarrassing for a nation. It's just asking Russia and China to attack us right now. Invade us, because this is the leadership we have. Invade us right now, for fuck's sakes. Cheers, everybody. Thank you for being here on a Friday night on the only show that is strictly for the boys. Thank you for being here, Woke Pack, you motherfuckers. I'm reading your crazy shit you're saying. Gober, I'm glad you're okay, you son of a bitch. Merkaba, tone it down. We don't want YouTube shutting us down. And the rest of you, cheers. I love you all. Thank you. Woke Pack.
Woke Pack. For live.
Yeah. Is this the kind of president you truly want representing our country? Seriously? Because Trump is badass, the kind of shit he does. Look at this ass.
Be me.
Look at this ass.
They hate me because they ain't me and they can't ever be me. They hate me because they ain't me and they can't ever be me.
Listen, little drunk girl, there's plenty of drunk bitches that are just like you. Alright? And we hate them too. Not just you dumbass. Oh yeah! Oh my god, they hate me because they hate me. Motherfucker, you know who said that? A rapist and a child molester. James Franco said that, you dumb bitch. You're over there quoting a rapist and a child molester, but you hate a rapist and a racist. I mean, what's the difference? One of them doesn't molest children. Here she is, man, your future president of America. And by the way, she would actually make her the first single socialist, communist, democratic president of America. And as a single lady, she's gonna continue going out every Friday night instead of worrying about America's safety or going overseas and fixing foreign policy. This is how it's gonna be when she's president. She's gonna be on a Friday night Googling over 3 black guys to see which one gets to fuck her first that night. Look at that little bitch flirting, pulling her hair back, making sure they see that she wants the D for sure. Oh man, yeah. I tell you guys, you need to get out there and register to vote because, god damn it, this is not going to be good for anyone, for anybody. Cheers, everybody. Thank you for being here on a Friday night on the only show that is strictly for the boys. Cheers, everybody. Oh, this fucking chick is hot, bro. She's just one of those chicks that you just would probably fuck and never call her again because just she's an idiot. You know what I'm saying? They all are, man. Really. And it's sad because a lot of them, they're pretty hot. You know, they go to they're hot chicks. They're the nerds you see in high school. Now, not the nerds with the purple hair and the fucking nose rings. I'm talking about the regular hottie nerds. You know what I'm saying? They don't know they're hot because they're still dressing with sweaters and these weird fucking baggy pants or pants that should be tighter, showing off your ass, bitch. They don't know any of that ass yet. They're cute. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, but they're idiots because what would it change the world? And the way to change the world nowadays, my college professor taught me, is to be a democratic socialist of America. And so this is the way these people are, man. They make their organizations and they're invading our fucking politics. They're invading the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party will be no more in the next 10 years. It's just going to be the Socialist Party or Communist Party, one or the other. But Democrat will be completely erased, and they're allowing it to these fucking idiots. It's just sad. And you don't believe me? Listen to the rhetoric and to the reasoning behind the people that represent and are in charge of their newly created party, the Democratic Socialists of America, DSA. This was Hassan, Piker, and all these idiots support and represent. Listen to this nonsense.
DSA takes. Let's talk about some of them. Your policy agenda on law enforcement is to defund police, ultimately to get rid of police departments, correct?
Well, what I would say is that we're dramatically overspending on police right now.
I understand. The goal is to defund the police departments so we don't need them in the future.
I think what we really want to see is a horizon where folks are not reliant on armed enforcement.
I feel like these idiots must have seen Demolition Man with Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes, and they thought, hey, that's the kind of future we want, where the police don't have guns and don't arrest people. They forgot to see the part where the black dude finds guns and goes crazy and destroys everything. For fuck's sakes, even the movies back then let us know what we should be afraid of.
Meet our public safety needs.
Right, but it says defund police on the website. That's your goal. And also to get rid of prisons and jails, correct?
Yes.
So it...
Let me rewind that in case you didn't catch that, because she didn't even hesitate answering that question.
Rid of prisons and jails, correct?
Yes.
So it might, correct? And also to get rid of prisons and jails, correct?
Yes.
And also to get rid of prisons and jails. Yes.
If my daughter is assaulted and raped, is there any agency that would seek to find her assailant and bring him to justice?
Of course, yeah, of course.
What would it be if not police, and where would he be if not a jail?
So I guess I really want to avoid getting kind of caught into these hypotheticals and talk more about the reality that we're actually facing right now, which is that we're spending absolutely outrageous amounts of money on police and policing, and
Oh, I don't want to talk about what if your daughter gets raped. I want to talk about that. Why are we spending more money on policing? So that his daughter doesn't get raped, you dumbass! I mean, these people are idiots, bro. And it's sad, because they went to good fucking colleges. Their parents paid a lot of money, and taxpayers paid a lot of money, so that these motherfuckers could be our future. And this is what was produced out of those fucking institutions. Brain dead, brainwashed idiots. There is no hope for our future, bro. Colleges, we should be burning down colleges and universities, because this is the type of people they are producing. We need to fucking put a stop to it, bro. That is the real problem, man. I believe the children are a future. I do. Unfortunately, there are people that are fucking up our future, bro. God damn it. It's sad, bro. It's sad. They don't understand what they believe in. They don't understand anything. Most of them. This is how retarded they are, man. Because a lot of them are educated, right? But a lot of them are just plain fucking stupid, man. A lot of them are just going along with it because they want to be cool. And they don't quite understand what socialism and communism literally is.
Hey man, do you want socialism or capitalism in New York?
I'm definitely against capitalism.
And why is capitalism bad, so that people can know about this?
I think the system is already built on the rich getting richer. You know what I mean? The poor staying poor. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're selling t-shirts, right? Like, how much is this t-shirt?
This one's going for $60.
$60. Okay. You know, the mayor, governor, whatever, could come along and say that this shirt should be $40. Right. Would you sell it for $40 then?
Absolutely not, because I make the market. If I wasn't working for myself, it's different.
He said, if the mayor could, he's a socialist. He says communism, he loves it. But he's out there selling shirts. That's capitalism right there. And the guy asks him the question to take it a little bit further. Let's take it even deeper, because he's already practicing capitalism, but he's against it. He's practicing it by selling his own merchandise in the streets. Probably without a street permit or getting permission to do it, and not paying taxes, which you usually do as being part of a system. You pay taxes for your products that you sell. There's a sell tax, after all, for every product that is sold and bought. Let's take it a further layer. He asked the guy if the mayor comes and tells you you're selling this shirt for $60, you have to sell it for $40 so the poor person who can't afford it now can afford it. Would you fucking lower the price? And this piece of shit socialist, communist, fucking woke as fuck retard tells them, no, I wouldn't, because it's a free market and I'm creating the price. You idiot. That's called capitalism.
Live.
These fucking morons don't even know what they believe in. They don't, man. That's capitalism. That's the system you currently live in that allows you to do what it is you're doing and living and earning a living, you fucking moron. Because if you lived in the system that you actually believe in, they would tell you what to sell that shit. They would tell you it's gonna cost this much, and they would take about 70 to 80% of the profit and leave you with the leftovers. But he doesn't know that because he's a fucking idiot. They're all like that, bro. They're idiots, and they're voting these people in. We already said Albert. I'm not gonna say his real name because I don't know his fucking name. And as long as he's here in America, he's gonna have an American name on his goddamn fucking channel. This show that is on every Friday night and is strictly
for the boys.
Albert Al-Sayed is literally coming out and telling you what their party believes in. And a lot of people keep saying, Sonny Man, you're crazy, you don't know what you're talking about. They tell you themselves, but you don't watch television, you don't pay attention because you're a fucking moron, and all you're doing is drinking your Starbucks coffee and taking your child to work and believing you're a lesbian fucking kindergarten teacher that's taking care of your kid, telling you about how Trump's a rapist, and a bunch of other bullshit about we need to protect the illegals and ICE and ass. Pay attention to this, you fucking idiots.
Some Americans worry, though, you can only make Medicare free and universal if you increase taxes. So if you are elected and make this push, would you need to increase taxes?
As I've said across this campaign, I am for taxing billionaires their wealth.
What about people who make less than $1 billion and less than $1 million, though, Dr. Al-Sayed? What about people making less than $1 million?
So for the average person, and you look at your W-2, if you're an employee who gets paid every 2 weeks or 4 weeks, after you pay your taxes, the next biggest check that comes off the top of your pay stub is to your health insurance company. So imagine instead of paying that to your health insurance company, whose CEO makes $20 million a year, instead you paid a little bit more in taxes for healthcare that you wouldn't lose if you lost your job.
So instead of, paying these guys, you're just going to pay the government just a little bit more to take care of you. You fucking morons. But guess what? When they talk about raising taxes, it's for everybody across the board. Because that's what a socialist communist government does. There are only two classes within that kind of government. And that is the elite. And it's no rich, because in another system, there might be rich and poor. You know what I'm saying? Mexico has a democracy, but in Mexico's system, there is only the rich. There is the elite, the rich, and then the poor. There is no middle class or anything in between. In their system that they want to make, there will only be the elite, and there will only be the poor. And guess what side you're gonna be on, dumbass? Yeah, that's what these guys are all about, bro. You don't wake the fuck up. You wanna pay more taxes? You're gonna pay more taxes. To pay for their systems that they wanna put in place to take care of you. Right? That's what they're all about. They wanna protect you. They want you to have something to depend on. You need a nipple to suck on, you're hungry? Here you go, motherfucker, suck on this titty right here. That's all they want. They want you to be dependent on them. And that has nothing to do with American values or American way of life or capitalism. You idiots. Everything that the way you live ever since you were born, especially if you were born, I'm not talking about anybody, obviously any kid that's been born in the last 10 years, you're born in a brand new world is all I'm going to say. But anybody who was born before the year 2010, anybody was born before that, I am telling you motherfuckers, we were born in a different fucking world. It was different back then. And we're in a brand new timeline or some shit's going on. Y'all better be aware of this ass. If these people get in, they have plans themselves. Alright, they're going after everybody. Alright, they're going after the mentally deficient, the people that have disabilities as well.
Thank you so much for joining us.
People like you need to eat good. RFK.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it.
Jake, thanks for having us.
So the Trump administration, as you know, is trying to paint a rosy picture of the economy. You and others are pointing to the affordability crisis affecting people in Michigan and elsewhere. Democratic voters are frustrated, as I don't need to tell you. They don't think that your party's doing enough to fight Donald Trump on these issues, especially like affordability. If you're elected as a Democratic senator with a Republican president in November, what can you actually do about that?
Well, look, let me just tell you the picture from my state. We've been up and down the state now. I've been at this for 15 months, been to 110 cities, over 500 public events. Everywhere I go, people say the same thing. It just shouldn't be this hard. It shouldn't be this hard to afford your groceries or fill up your tank or worry about getting sick without having to worry about losing everything, too. And we ran this campaign to do three things: get money out of politics, put money in your pocket, pass Medicare for all. When I'm elected to the U.S. Senate, the first thing we need to do is start holding the Trump administration accountable. You know, when we win, God willing, I will take my seat as a member of a Senate majority. That gives us subpoena power to be able to investigate all of the ways that this administration has used their power for their gain and enrichment and against ours. And I think that means hauling them up to really understand all the conversations that were had about who got to get refunds after this terrible tariff policy, who got to get excluded from those refunds. It means hauling up people like RFK Jr. and holding them accountable for the doging of our public health apparatus, for which we now need to be dodging lettuce across the state of Michigan for fear of getting explosive diarrhea, which nobody ever thought would be a consequence of electing Donald Trump. But
because somehow Trump has something to do with the way Tyson Foods or whatever that company was storing lettuce and distributing them around the country. In fact, RFK has been busy making sure your food and candy and shit in the half that you're feeding your children doesn't have chemicals so that they don't grow up having fucking cancer and dying before the age of 30. Yet this Arab motherfucker wants to be here talking shit about the mentally fucking challenged like RFK Jr. Fuck you, you Arab piece of shit. Now let me translate it just in case some of you don't understand whatever Arab tongue this guy was talking about. Here it is basically in America. They asked him, your policies, what do you intend to do about all this fraud and shit? And he said, well, I understand people are suffering and there's money and people are not making enough money. But the first thing we need to do, instead of helping the people in need and fixing real issues, the first thing we need to do is go after the Trump administration and spend the next 2-3 years in court deliberating and Senate hearings, and no one's ever going to go to jail, and doing nothing for anybody while whoever's in power just sits up there collecting a big old fucking paycheck. Fuck this guy. Let's hope he loses to the other Democrat. The other Democrat, I like I said, I don't give a fuck about none of these motherfuckers, because let's just be honest, no politician ever gave a fuck about you and I. These motherfuckers only give a fuck about their family and generational wealth, and as long as you keep voting me in, they keep getting a paycheck, and that's all they care about, because at the end of the day, they cannot make any real change. They have no fucking real power. All they do is get to vote once every other month. And a lot of the time, they just bullshit through their deliberation, and nothing ever gets passed, and nothing ever changes, you fucking idiots. But they still get paid, and their families still get to live wealthy, while the rest of us are out here licking ass and shit. And cheers, Street Team Tony! Thank you for being here on a Friday night on the only show that is strictly... Live. Give me a little excuse to start drinking and shit, Tony. Thank you for being here, motherfucker. I want to arrest RFK, the only person in the Trump administration who actually wants to save people. Fuck you. Fucking dumbass. Albert al-Sayed. His debaucherousness and his idiocracies. This is how pathetic this guy is, bro. These fuckers, they changed. I'll show you in a little bit the ass that Mamdani's been. Alright? But these motherfuckers are Harvey Two-Faced. That's just their real name. Alright? Because this is exactly how they are, bro. Albert al-Sayed's Senate vote campaign video from the past has now resurfaced.
Makes me wanna wag my tail. When it comes, I wanna wail. Thanks, mailbox. We just got a letter. We just got a letter.
Did not AI, bro. This is some shit about him telling voters to vote for him. This is pathetic, bro.
We just got a letter. I wonder who it's from. Oh, it looks like my ballot.
The lesbians loved this ad.
Brought to me by my Secretary of State.
They forced their adopted children to watch this over and over again for hours.
And with it, I can participate in democracy. The first day that I can turn this in is June 25th, but it has to be postmarked by July 21st. Or I can drop it off up until Election Day, which is August 4th.
And you don't need to show an ID. Welcome to America, the most corrupt fucking voting system that's ever existed. Since fucking Somalians decided to leave their country to come over here and shit. Cheers, everybody! Live. Thank you for being here on a Friday night on the only show that is strictly The Boyz. Here's what Trump has to say about this motherfucker and his kind. Mamdani and all these other future socialist Muslim candidates that are going to be voted in, because a lot of these other demographic states like Michigan and Minneapolis, Minnesota have completely been taken by these Muslims and shit, and they're going to vote in these types of people to be in charge of their cities and shit. We already have a Muslim in charge of New York. Get ready for what's coming for the rest of the country, you dumbasses. Trump knows. Watch him let you know.
They're putting forward making life easier for.
Well, the one thing is we have jihadists being elected all over the place. We have this, whether it's communism, jihadism. It's a lot of, a friend of mine called up. He said, you know, really, you should use the word jihadist, because that's what's happening. And I'm not sure that anybody, if you take a look at what happens in other countries, I think that's not going to be necessarily the way we want to live. But when you look at the radicalism and the craziness of the candidates and the stupidity of what they're suggesting, let's get rid of the Supreme Court, let's get rid of the presidency, let's get rid of the Senate. They want to get, you know, sometimes I'd like to get rid of the Senate too, but I don't say it, and I wouldn't do it. But, you know, they want to get rid of the Senate. They want to get rid of, ideally, the House, but they're thinking about maybe keeping the House, you know. Isn't that nice? These are people that have been not successful. They're people that have been, in many cases, failures. They come from other failed countries, and they come here and they tell us how to run our country. They come from places like, I won't mention because I don't want to get myself into a controversy, but they come from countries that are not great. They come from, let's say, as an example, Somalia. They come in and then they tell us how our constitution.
I got no problem talking bad about Somalians. And if you fucking notice, this is exactly, if you notice, this is exactly when the little girl shocked him earlier and shit. Oh, fucking Trump. Oh my God. Trump knows that these people are a fucking problem, bro. And you should know too. A lot of people know what the fuck is going on. Straight up. This week, someone put a statue, a middle finger, right there at City Hall so Mayor Mamdani could see this every day when he walks out. Fuck you! It's basically what New York City, or at least the white New York City, was saying to him. We don't like you and your communist socialist fucks in our city, is what they were saying. It's pretty hardcore. This is pretty woke, if you ask me. This is the kind of shit that those woke leftist motherfucker with the purple hair and nose rings would do. This is exactly the kind of shit they would do. Except there would be a lot more of them. And they would be fucking starting riots and stuff and burning shit. Those motherfuckers don't know how to do things. You know, they're idiots. Look, at the end of the day, your politicians lie to you. And people like Mamdani are nothing but a bunch of Harvey two-faceds. They'll tell you one thing, just like AOC. They'll tell you one thing for the past 4 years, and then as soon as they're presidential candidate, they'll want to tell you something else. That's the same thing these motherfuckers do all the time. You don't believe me? Look at this shit right here.
I want to say it very clearly. I will not defund the police. I am in favor of defunding the police.
I want to speak to the memory of my aunt who stopped taking the subway after September 11th because she did not feel safe in her hijab. I was speaking about Zelensky, my father's cousin. I don't really have opinions about the future of Hamas and Israel beyond the question of justice and safety. The struggle for Palestinian liberation was at the core of my politics and continues to be. I am not, and nor have I ever called for the legalization of prostitution.
You support decriminalizing prostitution?
Yes. My fundamental belief that sex work is work. I would be happy to work with the president and the administration. What we need to be doing here in our city is to end the chapter of collaboration between City Hall and the federal government. I don't believe that the role of the mayor is to police speech. There are consequences for speaking up in favor of apartheid.
And these are the type of people, sorry Charlie Kirk, may he rest in peace. These are the fucking type of people you vote in. Hey, by the way, cheers to this hottie who made this video. You know what it is, bitch. If you watch this channel, how about hollering at the son of man? We can smoke out, drink, and get fucked up, and you know how it is after. Everybody, cheers. Thank you for being here on a Friday night on the only show that is strictly for the boys. And don't ever forget, smoke weed every day. That's how we do on this fucking channel. Alright, let's keep it going for this fucking bitch here talking about Mamdani and shit. Middle finger to these motherfuckers. She is a Latinxer. I could tell. She's never been to Mexico like we have, Merkaba. She's never been to Mexico. She don't know what the fuck it is at the land of the people of the sun. You know what I'm saying, Merkaba? You and me. Oh, yeah. You could tell. I could tell she never been down there. But we could take her down there. Oh, yeah. She'll never come back. She'll never come back. Yeah, that's the way it is. It's my choice. That's the way it is. Anyways, moving on to crazier shit. Fraud is real in America. And a lot of this fraud, unfortunately, has been made possible in part by democratic fucking systems that were created around the time of the Clinton administration. Frauds like, hey, let me make a website in China and charge motherfuckers, I don't know, $500 to come over here and marry some black dude, have sex for a few months, and then after like 3 years, you can move out or whatever, then you can get your citizenship and you're all good. And that's the kind of shit that's been going on for years and years and years. But thank God for an orange tan racist rapist who cares about the country he lives in, that finally this kind of nonsense is being put a stop to.
Except in the name of husband and wife, both parties live independently and must not interfere with each other, end quote. The facilitators of the scheme would then prepare and submit fraudulent green card applications and work with the couples through the immigration process, submitting photographs, opening joint bank accounts, mobile phone accounts, all to obtain green cards to allow them to stay in this country. But that's illegal. These charges and the indictments now unsealed, they show how far people will go to cheat our immigration system. Gaining American citizenship and legal status to reside in this great nation is a sacred privilege, and we will ensure it is always done in accordance with the law protecting our communities and national security.
It goes even deeper in that, man. All your favorite porn stars are probably illegal immigrants. All your Asian and Russian and all these weird chicks you look to and masturbate to. They're been this part of scamming too and shit, made legal citizens over fucking shit like this, you dumb sons of bitches. It goes deeper. The fraud is not just like, oh, son of man, you're being disgusting, showing prostitution and sex because he can't ever show anything logical in his own channel. Oh, yeah, this is some logical shit right here. When the federal government goes to all the states and says, hey, we've been giving taxpayers money into this thing called SNAP, which back in the day when I was young, we called food stamps and shit. And now the federal government, for the first time in the entire creation of the system, I don't know why this was not happening before, is asking each state for the documents of everyone who has signed up for these SNAP/food stamp benefits. Well, as it turns out, only some states turned in the data, and other states, up to today, are still refusing to turn in data. I'll give you one guess what those states are.
February of this year, we asked for all the states for the first time to turn over their data to the federal government to let the USDA partner with them to root out this fraud, to make sure that those who really need food stamps are getting them, but also to ensure that the American taxpayer is protected. 21 states said yes, not surprised. 29 states said yes, not surprisingly, the red states, and that's where all of that data, that fraud comes from. But 21 states, including California, New York, and Minnesota.
Now listen to what she said. All the Republican states turned in their data, and we found fraud in those states. We did. In Republican states, there was food stamp fraud going on. and we found it, and we're putting a stop to it. So your tax dollars are not being spent on people that probably don't deserve it.
The blue states continue to say the blue states continue to say no. So as of next week, we have begun and will begin to stop moving federal funds into those states until they comply and they tell us and allow us to partner with them to root out this fraud and to protect the American taxpayer.
Live. And come on, man. You gotta be a fucking idiot to think that it's okay to let your money go into motherfucking scammers. I keep saying on this channel, man, I genuinely believe, and this is me, this is my campaign right here. If Son of Man ever runs, this is what I promise you, alright, as a candidate for America. This is what Son of Man promises you, is you as a taxpayer, if you have a job, if money is taken out of your paycheck, if you have to pay taxes at the end of the year, if you are part of the system here legally, the benefits in these programs, which is housing, assistance, food stamps, and medical, and all of this ass that people get, all of that will be evenly distributed according to how much percentage you're putting into the system to every citizen. Meaning, even the richest motherfucker to the poorest will get food stamps. But guess what? The poor motherfucker is going to probably get enough. Everyone will get enough to get by according to how much it's putting in. You know what I'm saying? The poor motherfucker will still get to live like a goddamn king compared to motherfuckers in other countries, because everyone is getting some kind of handout for fucking food. Everyone will get it, as long as you're putting into the system. But it doesn't work like that, my friends. People that put into the system, like this pretty motherfucker right here, we suffer from other people's fucking benefits, is all I gotta say. And I'm sick and tired of it, and you should be too, man. You should be too. Oh, it did kind of shit, man. Here is literal a person who was not born in America, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, exactly like him. And Arnold Schwarzenegger supports the kind of shit I believe in, because he knows exactly what America has given him and the privileges he has earned here in this country. So he does not support illegal immigration, none of his woke shit. He supports ICE for sure. He wants people to do it the right way, the way my family did it, and the way your family and everyone else around here has done it. We came here, we conquered the fucking Native Americans, and we took their land. Anyone else coming in here, you gotta pay some money. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. But an immigrant came here, a candidate, and even he understands the law. And here is this fucking Dylan Mulvaney motherfucking looking bitch that I would still fuck the shit out of, by the way. Here she is fucking trying to grill the fuck out of this. Hey, by the way, this is a Democratic candidate. This is a guy that I would vote for. He'd be the only Democrat I would vote for. But here's a guy representing and knowing exactly how things should be in this country, how they should work, because he comes from a country where shit is all fucked. And he also come over here and live in a country where shit's fucked just like where he left. Just think about that.
Mr. Hilton, right now, President Trump is enacting a policy of mass deportation. As you know, roughly half of California farm workers, which are an essential part of this state's economy, are undocumented. As governor, would you push to deport them?
So I'm the only immigrant on stage. I'm a legal immigrant, and Americans support immigration when it is properly controlled. And what we saw under the Biden administration, open borders, undermined everybody's support for immigration. And as governor, I've made it very clear, although it is the federal government's responsibility to determine and implement immigration policy, I think it's important that all the laws are peacefully enforced. And as governor, I would make sure that we work with the federal government to enforce our laws.
So
that
you'll
is what
deport
people
them.
expect.
So
That
just
is
to
what
clarify,
people
Mr. Hilton,
expect.
do you support deporting those undocumented farm workers?
The policy on deportation is the exact same policy that we saw with President Obama. In fact, the numbers of deportations right now in our country and in California are slightly
But just to
lower.
clarify
than
your
Can you answer the question?
Just to clarify
I've
your
answered the
position.
question, which is I will work.
Will you deport them?
That
was the question.
Well, would you?
Look at these fucking pussies. And look at her smug little woke face that you just want to stick your dick into or slap her in the face with your penis with. God damn it, these people are horrible. This guy's an honest man saying, I will follow the laws of this country that were set up by Congress and the previous administration that you all worship that set up these laws. I will continue to set up these laws so that this country doesn't become the hellhole I left from.
You, Antonio, because the governor of California, as you know, doesn't make that decision. It is the president of the United States elected by the country.
Well, you oppose him.
Six of the people here don't even know who deports anyone. They just want emotions to rule the day, so you support them because they don't even know what the governor can and can't.
All right, that's who I'm picking. That guy's woke as fuck.
Woke as fuck.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for being here on a Friday night on the only show that is strictly Yeah, fuck all these guys. Every single person up there right now on that podium, motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck if they're all Democrats or Republicans or whatever the fuck sexual orientation they claim to represent. Let me tell you one thing. None of those motherfuckers give a fuck about you or me. Not a single one of those motherfuckers. The only thing they care about is getting that job so they can get that paycheck and they can be rich. They don't give a fuck about none of you motherfuckers. You fucking idiots. They don't give a fuck about undocumented farm workers, and they sure don't give a fuck about immigrants or ICE. Something that has existed since before the Clinton administration. And guess what, little boys and girls? The same man who has been in charge of ICE has been in charge the whole time, Mr. Tom Holdman. And currently, he's been a lot in the news, giving interviews, and not understanding why everybody's hating on his ass. Suddenly, when he's been doing his job the same way for countless of presidents, including Clinton, Obama, Bush, and everyone who came before him. So he's tired of this ass. And he's telling his agents, green light on these pussies. And like I told you, it's going down at these ICE protests. Here's this little woke little Mexican girl and who wanted to go ahead and fuck around with these ICE agents. But as they say in the hood nowadays, fuck around and find out. And it's exactly what happened to the little privileged Mexican / born in America little girl, never been to Mexico or suffered what it's like to live somewhere where you're not getting fucking hot water, or you're not you're over there selling chiclets on the corner or selling your pussy for money so you can feed your fucking family, you dumb bitch. Privileged little fuck. Look at this little bitch who decided to fuck around and find out on an ICE agent this week.
Live.
They slammed her right into the car, bro. Her face into the car, and they slammed her on the floor. She deserved it, bro. The guy opened the door to arrest her because they were disrupting shit. You know, what are you doing, bro? Which, I mean, I grew up, I'm 40 years old, and never in my life have I ever gone up to a car with a cop in it and start fucking yelling in the window and banging on the door. That's an immediate, you go to jail type of shit. Why do these kids think they can get away with these dumb lesbians? Why do you think it's okay to do this to federal agents? It makes no fucking sense. You can't do that to a cop. You can't do that no less to a federal agent. Dumb shit. Okay. What do you think is gonna happen? For a long time, I've been saying on this channel, why is the cops allowing these idiots to do this? This is all grounds to be busting ass and taking people to jail. And they've been being lenient for too goddamn long. It's over. It's over. Look, they dented the shit out of that car with that fucking lesbian's head. That fat lesbian's head. Oh my god. Fuck around and find out. You know what I'm saying? And this is happening all over the place. ICE is done fucking around. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know. Here is a video and a story of the Juan that almost got away, as they say. Oh shit. What is this smackdown shit? There you go. The Juan that almost got away.
Back off or you'll be arrested. Show a mask. You can take off your mask. Take off your mask. Take off your mask. La amiga!
Right away, when that motherfucker who was recording, when he started yelling, La Mina, I would have already like grabbed him. All right, let me see your identification, motherfucker. You're speaking Spanish. Are you American citizen? Let me see your ID. And this idiot probably left his home without his ID. So I would have arrested and busted his ass too. That ICE agent is poorly trained, is all I'm gonna say. You're speaking Spanish. Come here. Let me see your ID. Let me see your ID. Where you from? Huh? Let me see. Let me see. These guys are poorly trained, motherfucker.
I'm walking this way.
Did you catch that? Juan ran away. Look at him. They put him in there. And while this idiot's over here distracting the cops, the motherfucker tried to run away. Right there, right there. Stuck his head out, and boom, he goes. Yeah. Why are you tackling him, sir? Why are you tackling him down like that, sir? Because he's running away after we arrested him, you dumbass! I mean, these people are not, like, I don't know what's wrong with them. They must be mentally deficient. You know what I'm saying? This is what's happening, man. Trump is actually fixing things because he now just outbanned the vaccines and shit. And now that he outbanned vaccines, maybe the future generations won't be fucking retarded like some of these idiots here who don't understand why things like these are happening. God damn it. Don't you understand? The Department of Border Security, the Department of Homeland Security, that immigration and all this shit needs to fucking exist in every country. And guess what? It does exist in every country, including Mexico and including the countries these sons of bitches come from. They have their own departments of immigrations as well, you fucking idiots. There is a reason why ICE and departments like this need to exist, and this is the reason why, you fucking idiots.
settling in for bed out here, and then somebody starts busting through your apartment wall in the closet, crawls through and starts attacking you. And that's what happened to a 15-year-old girl right here.
This is the picture some neighbors say is making them nervous inside their own homes now.
You're not supposed to be scared in your home either.
They live at this apartment complex on Summit Street in Gainesville. And last Wednesday night before 10, police say a man busted through the wall to get inside a neighbor's house and attack a teenager.
It's very concerning. I have two smaller children. A lot of kids are in the neighborhood, and it's very concerning.
Police say the teen fought for her life, escaped to the breezeway outside, screaming for help. Neighbors quickly called 911, said they see a man dragging someone by the hair and punching them. Officers pulled up, saw it, arrested Obed Reyes. And when they started gathering evidence, they realized how far he went to attack the teen.
It raises a lot of concerns and questions and fear.
And it's...
And these are the kind of people that are coming into this country, and this is why we need these departments to make sure that they don't exist. So man, here you go, spreading lies.
Considered the worst of the worst.
Explain the rest of these motherfuckers they just caught this week. You only want to believe what all these fat lesbians tell you? How about believing what this skinny motherfucker who looks better than those fat lesbians is telling you all about? I don't have the nose ring, but I have fucking, I got 3 earrings on each fucking thing, and I got my snake bites right here, motherfucker. Alright, I was piercing my fucking body before these lesbians even decided they wanted to lick pussy, is all I'm trying to say. So who the fuck you gonna believe, you dumb motherfucker? Listen to this ass.
DHS actually provided us some exclusive details on who they've arrested yesterday that they considered the worst of the worst. So here are a few of those individuals. Ricardo Emmanuel Nieves Galarza. He's an illegal immigrant from Ecuador convicted for animate object sexual penetration. Victim less than 13 years old in Virginia. Kevin Campos.
Did you hear that? He was arrested for sexual molestation with inanimate objects, and the victim was younger than 13 years old. And these are the people that these woke dumb sons of bitches are over there protesting and getting mad about, why they're people getting arrested and getting sent back to the hellholes they came from. Because the hellholes they came from are breeding fucking lunatics, and we don't need that kind of shit here. We already have a lot of fatherless children to deal with. We don't need other countries' fatherless children's over here as well.
Live.
Kevin Campos, an illegal immigrant from Venezuela convicted for first-degree sexual abuse in New York. David Gomez Perez, an illegal immigrant from Mexico convicted for vehicular homicide in Washington state. These individuals are going to join the roughly 40,000 criminal illegal immigrants already in the worst of the worst database. DHS.
40,000, motherfucker. That's only this week. We're getting rid of them left and right, motherfuckers. We ain't putting up with this shit. And this has been happening in every administration, because if you look at the numbers, Trump still has yet to caught up to Obama's numbers. He's trying, believe me. If he beats Obama in deporting more illegals, that's all this motherfucker's gonna brag about. Because right now, that's the only bragging right he doesn't have. And he can't call it out. They're using it as a defense right now. He's saying, oh, they deported more than us. Why are you looking at us? But he's waiting until they pass him so that he can say, we deported more than those motherfuckers because we know how to get the job done.
Live.
And at the rate they're going, I think they're gonna beat the record. Trump is all about it. He's taking this as a sport. It's all a game to him. All right, it's all a game to him. ICE, he's even deploying the military industrial complex to come up with new techniques and new artillery for ICE agents to catch a lot of these criminals, because they're tired. Not only are the criminals, they're tired of all these pussy ass protesters and shit. Guess what is coming to your nearest fucking protest, you fucking pussy leftists? The ICE glove.
I screamed like a little girl.
sending 10,000 jolts into your body as soon as they touch you with their glove, bro.
Pee myself. Go back with the glove.
Those are tough motherfuckers. Those are military men and shit. Son of man. Yeah, their ice gloves never gone against one of our own. Oh yeah, here it is. One of your fucking woke big titty lesbians about to go against the ice glove right here, motherfuckers. Yeah, even your fucking fat lesbian went down, motherfucker. Non-binary ass right there on her knees, the way she belongs. Oh yeah. Alright, this is when they start playing Eminem. We gotta mute it right there. But even the black motherfucker went down. Nobody, not even the Arab guy. No one can withstand it. The big white guy, the Mexican, no one. This goes for all races in the future. No one's gonna be able to get away. As soon as they touch you, you're down, motherfucker. Everyone goes down the same. Everyone. A joke. Oh, look at that. Ooh, he made his hands going back of his body just by touching his back, bro. You see this shit? Like he goes, I'm gonna show you how to make him put his hands behind his back automatically. You just have to zap him right here. Oh my god, I fucking can't wait till they start using this in those protests. The protesters, so we can see the videos on here. This is some crazy shit, man. I don't know why these pussies are getting mad. Like, ISIS has existed this whole time, bro. ICE has existed the entire time. I've shown videos of literally Clinton saying the exact same thing Trump is saying, the racist things y'all say. I showed videos of Obama saying it too, of Biden. I don't know why you all suddenly think that ICE came out of nowhere and that fucking Trump is deporting illegals when it's been happening the entire time. I mean, you got like a fucking morons or something.
ICE is enforcing a law. ICE didn't make these laws. ICE is enforcing the laws that Congress is going out there complaining about.
Yeah.
We're simply enforcing the laws that Congress passed. If that Congress doesn't like it, then they have the ability to change it. But my men and women that I had the privilege to serve with every single day underneath President Trump's leadership, we're going out there and we're arresting the worst of the worst. 70% of the people we encounter every day have a felony charge or have been charged or have already served time for a felony that we're deporting.
I don't understand why all of a sudden everybody's coming after us. I've had this position for 25 years. All of a sudden I'm a bad guy. He doesn't understand either. For fuck's sakes. These people are embarrassed of their whole system, bro. Their whole party is corrupt and fucked, bro. They don't understand anything. It contradicts everything they believe in nowadays. We've talked about voter fraud. We've talked about regular fraud. We've talked about this fucking ICE and this immigration fraud that's been going on, the Chinese immigration fraud. But let's get into the voter fraud, because we've talked about it in the past in this show. Because even NBC, some of their own fake news network that backs them up, they can't even back them up sometimes. They're so embarrassed with what's happening live on television that they are flabbergasted and have no way how to explain a lie, an even bigger lie than the lie they're already telling to the viewer live on television, because this is so unscripted. The corruption that goes on in our country is so unscripted, and people don't even pay attention or watch, that it is literally televised.
Yeah.
And by the way, this is an election that was happening in Milwaukee County, right? Democratic election. It was just Democrats, all right? The Republicans are not even involved yet. This is how corrupt their own elections are.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to vote in their socialist bullshit.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Let's look at it this way. We're kind of indefinitely waiting for them to get their act together here and get the sticks and bring them back and go on. And we've got folks here who are working real late, and I don't think we want to, keep them here to this could go 90 minutes, and it's 90 minutes of me saying, have you heard of any other athletes running for Congress? It's like I know we've come so far here. It's been 4 hours since polls closed. It's been an unbelievably interesting and intense night here, and it really is coming down to this one giant, update in Milwaukee. But man, we waited 90 minutes for them. They did this whole procession, and then they find out there's nothing on the sticks. And yeah, so it's just my way of saying I'm just trying to say to the audience here, so I'm not abruptly ending on them, just why we're doing this. Because the audience has been with us for 4-6 hours in some cases for this moment that didn't happen, and so folks, I think we are gonna wrap it here for the reasons we're saying here. Just, but I want you to know I hate doing this to you, because you've been. I know you're here for results, and we've come to the point where it's like one thing away. I hope you understand that we just, we gotta let everyone here has been here for a long time, and I'm just.
I don't know how to explain that our party is cheating within themselves, because the old Democratic Party doesn't want the new Socialist Democratic Party to take over. And so there is cheating happening, and there are missing USB sticks and data that is still being accounted for in our Democratic election. No Republicans are involved in this, by the way. I mean, the fake news doesn't even know how to lie to you, because he knows this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is the type of people they want to vote in. These are the type of people that if we don't get off our asses, I'm being a ditty here. Yeah. I thought I told you that we won't stop. Yeah. Being a ditty. Not a pervert, but just a ditty. You know what it is. Cheers, everybody.
Live.
Thank you for being here on a Friday night. The only show that is strictly
for the boys.
That's what they believe in. They believe in nonsense that doesn't make any sense. Nonsense like it's okay to steal as long as you're in need of stealing the things that you're stealing.
Most of what we saw were crimes of poverty. People who are stealing things like toothpaste. People who are stealing things like, soap. And that means if you're stealing those things, you need them.
Advocates believe that shoplifting or bringing bags of trash onto the trains or sleeping in the subway should not be criminally prosecuted. Neither should graffiti vandalism and public urination, even ferry evading.
Most of what we saw were crimes of poverty. People who
Crimes of poverty. Crimes of poverty. You want to know why they're called crimes of poverty? Because it's the goddamn druggies and the homeless that are causing these specific crimes, which are pissing all over our public places, graffitiing all over the shit after they're sniffing the fucking fumes from the fucking spray paints. Then they go high and start graffitiing, thinking they're Pablo Picasso on the side of your fucking business, and they ruin the fucking neighborhood and shit. Raping people, molesting and stealing, breaking into places so they can buy more crack and methamphetamines and fucking fentanyl so they can be halfway bended backwards down there downtown while you're trying to get a fucking bus to go to work and shit. But fat bitches like this want to make it okay for kind of shit like that to go on.
Live.
Thank you everybody for being here on a Friday night on the only show that is strictly I'm getting pissed off, man. I'm getting pissed off when I see people like this. I just want to go up to there and just slap her across the face with my dick and make her realize that that's all she was born to do. Oh yeah.
Smoke weed every day.
I need a toke after that. Alright, anyways. I'm getting pissed off because I'm starting to realize what all my fucking tax dollars is going to pay fucking retards like this to live lives better than me. And it's pissing me the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is literally what they've been handing out to druggies in LA on yours and us's dime. More Californian taxpayers' dimes. But I promise you, there's a percentage of every penny that's coming out of your paycheck going to bullshit just like this.
I want to show everybody, and I learned about this is a bag that I learned that they're giving our homeless neighbors with American taxpayer dollars. And in this bag, when you go in here, now we're talking about helping the most vulnerable people in our country, a continuum of care. This is not a continuum of care that I'm looking for. This is drug paraphernalia that's in this bag. This brown bag that's handed to.
If you live in something that is considered a city, I know you've walked around your public parks or around your schools or downtown, anywhere downtown that is considered downtown. And I know you've seen these little syringes, these little orange syringes that are supposed to be for diabetic patients. This is where they're coming from. Your cities are using your tax dollars to hand them out to these druggies so that they don't get AIDS and die. Because for some strange reason, they need them alive for a vote or some other bullshit so they can keep on getting richer while you stay poor and have to deal with these fucking druggies that have to steal and make life miserable for the rest of us. It's fucking insane, bro. What is fucking happening across this country? Look at this.
People, homeless people, that are addicted to drugs, that have mental illness, hard-working people's money. People are putting these together with their hands to give to people that are already addicted. Has nothing to do with politics. Has everything to do with caring for people properly. This is not the continuum of care that I'm looking for. It's not the continuum of care that Bobby is looking for. This is keeping people addicted and giving them a way to stay addicted, which I'll all agree. That has to be over. That's done.
And just like Joku said, he sees it all over his town. We all see it all across America, dude. I've been seeing those little needles, and I said, there's no way in hell that a diabetic person is literally walking around behind a 7-Eleven and fucking shooting up insulin. Who the fuck? Why are all these little needles everywhere? These little syringes everywhere in the park? These are not coming from diabetics shooting up insulin. And not only that, where are these druggies getting them from? They're getting them because the city gives them to them. The city doesn't want them dying in public with AIDS, infesting more motherfuckers with AIDS. So their solution is keep them alive, give them free shit. And while we're at it, let's make them vote for us.
Live.
So it goes. Buy them a meal here and there. Give them a voucher if you go vote. Here's some free needles and a fucking voucher for some money from the bank. Just gotta go after hours. Don't worry, our vampire lords will be there giving that shit to you. Everybody, thank you for being here on a Friday night on the only show that is strictly Oh my god. This is insanity. That is as crazy as what your money is going to, you dumb sons of bitches. You know. And these people, they think they're changing the world with their policies. They're literally enabling, like this black man was saying, they're enabling the people that are addicted. They're just giving them more avenues so they can continue being addicted and shit. You're giving them the tools. I mean, I don't understand. If you want to give these assholes needles, they should be giving me free pipes and rolling papers for fuck's sakes. You know what I'm saying?
Smoke weed every day.
My tax dollars should be coming to giving me a little bag once a month that has a fucking rolling papers, a pipe, those little screens to put in the pipe, and a pack of lighters or some shit like that. Maybe a blunt, at least one blunt wrap. You know what I'm saying?
Smoke weed every day.
They're giving these asshole needles and motherfucking that fucking rubber shit to fucking put on their wrist and shit. They're giving it that shit for them for free. The motherfuckers better go work for that shit. Why are they getting that for free on my dime? God damn it, dude. Yeah, I'm with all of your comments right now. Everybody's making sense, for fuck's sakes. God damn it, bro. This is some bullshit. These dumb motherfuckers are idiots. I'm telling you. A lot of them don't even know what they believe in. Luckily, there's trolls out there, like myself and other motherfuckers, that go out there to expose these pussies. Here's one of these motherfuckers, I don't know, this guy looks like that guy, what is his name, Oliver Tree, that died. This isn't Oliver Tree, but I'm just saying, he looks like that. But this guy went over there and he said, let me go to one of these woke, Connecticut, New York neighborhoods, and I'm gonna try to sign up people to these woke policies, he said. And then I'm gonna try to talk to brown people in the same vicinity of the neighborhood and try to sign them up for the same woke policies that would benefit them who are brown. Check this shit out.
You agree to abolish all borders?
Yeah.
Great. And the presidency and the Senate and police, all jails?
Yes.
Is that something you as a person of color might be interested in, or?
No.
No. Really? But you're diverse. The Democrat socialists are taking America by storm, pretending to be a minority movement while being 85% white. So to expose the blackface, I'm going undercover as a white splainer in the most gentrified district in America. Hello, comrade. Do you support the Democrat Socialists of America?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God, amazing. Are you a member already, or?
Yes.
We're just doing an interest form for NPOCs, non-persons of color. We try to get white people to represent people of color, to sort of speak for them, speak over them, since it's hard for them to speak up, you know?
Yeah.
You agreed to abolish all borders?
Yeah.
Great. And the presidency and the Senate?
Yes. Right now, yes.
Okay. Trying to get rid of the presidency, the Senate, all borders, police, all jails. Is that something you as a person of color might be interested in, or?
No.
No. Really? But you're diverse.
Why would I want to abolish the police?
Oh, okay.
We need them.
We typically put brown and black people, like, as the face of it, like Mamdani administration trying to usher in socialism through disguised white supremacy?
Heck yeah.
Are you a fan of socialism?
Yeah.
Yes.
And what do you like about socialism?
I went to a very socialist high school.
So they're like indoctrinating kids young now, teaching them the truth. Are you interested in socialism?
Oh, I'm good, thank you.
Oh, okay. Do you like the DSA?
No. Hell no.
Mom, Dad. Free bus, free Palestine, free rent.
No.
Did you flee socialism? Mm-hmm. You don't think socialism is a good idea? No. Okay. I wonder why, though.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you like about communism?
Better than what we have now.
I know, right? And communism has worked everywhere pretty much.
Right.
The Soviet Union was amazing and everyone loved it.
Yeah,
it was like one big party. Now it's China, super fun.
Right.
Like everybody didn't die.
Socialism, communism, that's some rich white people.
We have a couple like black and brown people. It's 4% black. We're mostly white people speaking over black people and pushing policies that they don't actually support. Do you feel afraid to speak for yourself?
Nah.
Oh, you don't?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, really? The Democrat Party right now, very diverse, but we're trying to kick out the moderate Democrats and replace it with us, so we're looking for more white recruits. We're very pro-jihadist as well, so we're sort of masking Islamism as socialism, carried through white supremacy. What do you think about our numbers?
I think that needs to change.
Oh, you do? Did you know we were 85% white?
I didn't. The DSA.
The organization?
Yeah, they're racist as hell.
Does Guatemala have socialism? Okay, and you didn't like it? No. Why don't any of the people of color actually want socialism?
God bless this guy for doing this shit. Like I said, man, like these people were brainwashed in these Ivy League schools, and it pisses me off, bro, because this is the problem in America, is we need to get rid of college institutions or hold fucking college professors accountable, because I believe the children are the future, and the future that has been raised and taught at some of our finest Ivy League schools are complete and utter morons. And that needs to be looked into immediately, bro. Immediately. I wouldn't be surprised if every university in America has been secretly being funded and institutionalized by the communist fucking the Chinese Communist Party. For fuck's sakes. It's crazy, bro. But, you know, not everyone is like this, man. Because even in some of the wokest democratic states in America, there are some cities that have a little bit of common sense.
Everybody, good morning. I'm Valerie Mescal. I'm the mayor of the city of Santa Ana. I'm out this morning with Santa Ana PD.
Santa Ana, California, representing motherfucker Street Team Tony. I'm sure you visited there, or at least fucked a bitch or two that was from there. Cheers. Let me know you fucked this lady. She's got white hips. Oh yeah, cheers.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. I'm Valerie Mescal. I'm the mayor of the city of Santa Ana. I'm out this morning with Santa Ana PD, with our cult team, our quality of life team, Teen Challenge, Salvation Army. And what we're doing here today is we're working with those that are homeless on our streets. We're offering them services, whether it's detox, a shelter, a program. And if they refuse all the services, then they end up going to jail.
Look, alright, we're not gonna be in one of these pussy LA cities, alright? We're gonna clean up our city. We're not gonna be one of these democratic woke cities in California. We're gonna get the job done. We're going and finding everybody who is homeless and sleeping around and doing drugs in the streets and just loitering everywhere with tattoos and all these weird looking motherfuckers. Everybody is getting put in handcuffs. We're asking them, what drug are you on? Where are you from? What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. We're gonna offer them help. We can get you on a rehab. You don't have a job, we can get you a job. You don't have this, we can help you with this. We're gonna offer everybody help. The people who refuse, they're going to jail. Now, I don't mind my tax dollars going to keeping these motherfuckers the fuck out of my eyesight, because I'm tired of seeing my cities full of them. And I am so happy to see people that look just like me, except without the beautiful makeup. that are actually doing something to make our lives better.
And why are we doing that again? They do this every single month. And why? Because Santa Ana deserves a good quality of life, just like all the other cities around us, and I always say that. Because it's very important that you can walk the streets, drive around, and just raise your family here without seeing all the stuff that's going on around our city with the unhoused. And so I just want to be really clear that yes, Santa Ana PD is working out here. I want to thank Orange PD for joining us, the California Highway Patrol as well. And you're asking, why do we do this? It's inhumane. No, it's actually good to take people off the streets. It's inhumane to leave them on the streets.
It's fucked up to be giving them needles so they can continue living this fucked up life. You should be out there asking them, do you want to change your ways? We can help you. Oh, you don't? Let's go to jail, motherfucker. There are going to be no drugs, and you're going to get fucked in the ass. And in 6 months, or a year and a half, or however long your sentence is, when you're out, you will never want to wind up in there, and you will no longer be what you used to be as well. And that's what the system was built for. Jail, rehabilitation, so that you go in there and you realize what living in hell is like. It's getting fucked by another guy, bro, bigger and stronger than you, while everyone else cheers on, and there's nothing you can do about it. And then you never want to be bad again, so you don't go back there. That's what the system is. We clean these motherfuckers up so they don't have to act like rabid animals around the rest of us normal motherfuckers. God damn it, bro. I don't understand why motherfuckers want to upset the system that has worked for thousands, if not millions of years. Throw the animals in with themselves. They will fix each other up. Believe me. Yeah. The crazy ones will stay crazy. You keep in there. The rabid ones will stay rabid and you keep them in there. But the pussies, the act toughers, the motherfuckers that repent, they will come out docile as fuck. And you can let those guys out. They've learned their lesson. And there's no way in hell they will ever do anything to wind up back in there. Believe me, they would rather kill themselves before going back to prison and experiencing all that shit again. So I don't understand why people don't support this kind of shit, bro. This is actually helping people. Not like she said, this isn't bad. We're not like fucking abusing people. Abusing is giving them fucking drug kits so they can continue to fucking be druggies and fuck up the rest of our cities and way of life. For fuck's sakes. It's pathetic, bro. Pathetic. But I'm done with you. Oh, wait. Yes. You know what? Yes, I'm done with U.S. politics. I'm done with all these pussies, motherfuckers that are richer than the rest of us. We're gonna move on to world news. We got a little bit of world news because this shit went down, motherfuckers. Ukrainian drones hit a commerce company in Russia. Right there live on television, Zelensky sending his drones in, not giving a fuck about public safety or innocent lives that have nothing to do with the drones. They're just doing what they're being instructed to do by their government, is hurry up and send money overseas to America for the cocaine we purchased from the Bidens last year. And Zelensky drove a drone right into it while people were working there on their computers. A bunch of nerds that have nothing to do with the war died from Russia. Oh, but how did President Zelensky react to his fucking attack on Russian soil? Well, he said what any fucking world leader, like I keep telling you, who don't give a fuck about you and I, these motherfuckers, the only thing they care about is me and my family and generational wealth. Well, he doesn't give a fuck about the Russians that he's killed or the Ukrainian soldiers that have been dragged into literally abducted and dragged and forced into war and conflict and probable death. over this war that has been generating millions of monies for both Russia and the Ukraine, partially in part by the United States and its funding of both sides of the war. But Zelensky has plans, and some of the plans include retirement, bro. Like, get ready for what this motherfucker wants to do.
When this war is over, you just want to sit on the beach and drink beer.
Yeah.
Is that still your abiding feeling, or do you know that there'll be more work to do afterwards?
No, I want really. I need some time. I need some time with my family and with the sea.
I don't care when I'm no longer president if there's a war going on and I drove us into hell and then there's bombs being dropped in Russia and in the Ukraine and in Kyiv. I don't care. I just need to be with my millions of dollars that I'm gaining from both the Biden and Trump administration. With Trump mostly because he has to abide by the deal and contract that has been signed that actually extended past the Trump administration, so there's nothing Trump can do about it. He just has to obey the laws, as they say. Money that I'm getting from the United States with my family. I want to drink beer by the sea. I don't give a fuck about my people or the people that I've killed in other countries. Yeah, think I'm crazy? Listen to it again, you pussies.
When this war is over, you just want to sit on the beach and drink beer.
Yeah.
Is that still your abiding feeling, or do you know that there'll be more work to do afterwards?
No, I want really. I need some time. I need some time with my family and with the sea.
Yeah. Fuck everyone. I am done. I'm just playing the part that I was paid to fucking play. Fuck all of yous, he says. Be appreciative of the country you live in, because the rest of the world, as they say, the grass is not greener on the other side. And let me tell you one thing, the grass is most certainly not American on the other side, my friends, because in Manchester, some guy decided to take his love of my British accent is bad, but I'm gonna attempt it. American football, baseball, and go and buy an authentic baseball bat, still wrapped in plastic from a sporting goods store. Obviously, that doesn't fit in a bag. And over there, they don't have plastic bags because they're probably trying to be woke and green. So there's no plastic bags and shit. And so he has to carry this product that he just purchased because he's a big American baseball fan and shit. And this is what happens. He gets arrested because that's a dangerous weapons. Because they don't allow that in the Great Britons, apparently.
Frank, filming it?
I'm meeting my friend.
Video, mate, video's on sound.
Hey, protect yourself. Protect yourself. Protect yourself. Protect yourself. Protect yourself. Mate, what have I done? Protect yourself.
Policeman out here.
The guy's asking, what have I done, bro?
Oh, from my fucking shop, you dumb cunt. Is it out of his packaging? Is it out of his packaging? Is it out of his packaging?
He says it's still got the plastic on it. The packaging. It's still got the plastic wrapped all over it. I just bought it from the store.
Package, you idiot. It is package, you idiot. It is package, you idiot.
Even the black Muslim is telling him, it's in the package, you idiot.
You idiot. Package, it's in the package, fella. It's in the package, you idiot. Hey. It's in the package, you idiot. It's in the package, you idiot. Hey, officer.
seriously, be happy that you live in this country. Because in other parts of the world, like I said, the grass ain't that greener. And you will go to jail for just doing normal shit that you take for granted over here. In other countries, they set you on fire for entertainment of the fucking local tourist. And when something goes wrong, they don't use common sense to save your ass. This isn't China, by the way, and I don't understand why anybody there hasn't thought of the most brilliant idea of just stripping her of her clothes. Which, you know what? That's the first thing that came into my mind. I'm gonna play this video. If you have a weak stomach, turn away, because I'm pretty sure this lady wound up with 3rd-degree burns after this shit. And then this moron over here, this guy on top of his class over there in Cambodia, or wherever the fuck little piece of shit Asian island this is from. He comes up with the most brilliant idea of grabbing a big piece of cardboard and blowing back up and down air to put out the fire, you know, because we all know we use a piece of cardboard and blow air to make the fire stronger when we're cooking barbecue. What a fucking moron. Eventually the lady gave up. She's just like, look, her whole leg is on fucking fire, bro. Finally, literally, here, right here. Right there on the right side, after 36 seconds of being on fucking fire, some genius finally figured out that they had a fire extinguisher. For fuck's sakes. This is what communism does to people. Because in America, if this would have been going down, even at Disney World, if Snow White or fucking, if I was at Disney World and Snow White or Cinderella would have caught on fire like that, I would have run up there and just torn her dress to shreds and just stripped her naked and then put it in her. Oh yeah! And they would have deemed me a fucking hero for all of that shit. That's all I gotta say. Live. Thank you everybody for being here on a Friday night on the only show that is strictly for the boys. But moving on to some other parts of the world. In Rome, an ammunition factory blew the fuck up. Castle! That means ass or pussy or something like that. It means something bad. Did you see that? The explosion? This is real life, motherfuckers, because all that shit you see in the movies is a bunch of lies. The explosion happens, and it took a while before they felt the shockwave and the impact and the noise of the explosion, you sons of bitches. So just remember, the next time you're near a building or a terrorist attack or some explosion that happens, you're probably going to be dead before you even hear the noise of what happened, you dumb son of a bitch. And that's what we like to call science. The stupid baby all late. Hey, motherfucker, you should have been crying when the moment you heard the bang, you dumbass. Stupid baby.
Live.
Yeah. Anyways, enough with the world news, or at least the world political news. We're moving on to something that is serious, and that is the biblical weather that has been plague upon this planet in the past couple of months. Keep telling you all, motherfuckers, America's very own sleeping prophet, Edgar Casey, prophesied that the closer we get to 2030, the crazier the weather is going to get, the more intense it's going to get. And by the time we get to 2030, he says, there will be a new latitude and longitude for the North Pole and for the South Pole. It will move and shift, and it's happening, but it's going to happen faster and faster the closer we get to 2030, he said. And things that are not underwater will be underwater, and things that are underwater will no longer be underwater, he said. It's going to be a little different when it's all said and done. And the government has known about it. It was said in a George Norrie interview in the middle of the night. Some crazy guy from a payphone in Nevada called in and literally said that all these disasters were going to start happening because these interdimensional beings had made a pact with the government, and they knew these things were coming, and they could very easily be moving the population to safer zones. They don't give a fuck because they want a lot of casualties. They want disaster to be able to implement this fucking one world government. All you gotta do is listen to the Tool album, Enema. At the end of it, that whole fucking conversation recording is on that. And it's a real thing that happened. And it's happening right now in our times, my friend. We are getting end of days weather. A Super El Nino is causing nonsense all across the world, starting in the United States, New Jersey, out of all places. Should have been right here, the home of the devil. But storms that were heading into the United States literally look like something straight out of like fucking Mordor here to take over. It's insanity right there, bro. That's crazy. I would have already been on my car leaving the county if I saw that at the beach. Is all I'm gonna say. So man, that's just a regular phenomenon. It's called cumulus nimbus. It happens every time the lower pressure of the coldness of the draft hits the shoreline whenever there's a drought. This is nothing new, you racist asshole spreading lies on the internet. Oh yeah, explain this phenomenon that somebody pointed out. Is this even normal or what? A shadow across the sky, across the sun. What the fuck is this? Explain this, you pussy. Where's this phenomenon? The air pressure or what? You dumb son of a bitch. This shit is end of days. This is the kind of shit Jesus said was gonna happen before you all gonna die, and you don't pay attention to this kind of bullshit. You idiots. Shadows. Colossal shadows across the skies, blocking out the sun. It's crazy. Seriously, it is crazy. It's crazy. Just like the goddamn, hey God, I'm fucking high as fuck right now. It's crazy, just like the goddamn storms that reached Ohio with hurricane winds over 100 miles an hour. Look at that tree literally getting fucking just broken right there. Look, boom, snapping, bro. Don't worry, Gomer. You're fine, Gomer. You live in a state in the middle. Unless you live next to the Mississippi River, I wouldn't worry about it, Gomer. You should be experiencing a lot of tornadoes, so just be careful about that. In Columbus, Ohio, the storms were so strong, over 100 miles, they were literally blowing cars in the highway over. Right there, you're gonna see it. Below that little car. Boom! He blew that sucker over right there. Let me rewind that for you in case you didn't see it, you dumb son of a bitch. Right there. Yeah. They'll point it out in the video in just a little bit. The wind blew a car on the highway over, bro. Upside down. And this wasn't no fucking hurricane or nothing like that. This was just a regular storm. And this is exactly what our sleeping prophet here in America claimed. Like I said, the closer we get to 2030, the more intense the weather's gonna get, because the earth is freaking out that it's changing positions suddenly. So the weather is trying to adjust to itself. And before it adjusts, it's acting crazy because the new position is moving. You know what I'm saying? These storms continued moving on towards Indiana, 100 miles an hour. Look at this shit.
This is nuts! It is howling! Oh, our poor tree up here is taking a beating. All I can hear is what sounds like things snapping. Oh, the camera's getting covered.
Fucking crazy ass weather happening everywhere. Not only were the winds strong, but the downpours were crazy and caused flooding everywhere in Indiana. Look at this. That's an ICE agent trying to catch an illegal right there, motherfuckers, and he's trapped. Here's some other ICE agents say, don't worry, motherfucker, where's the illegal? He's in that house. Oh, okay, let's go get him.
Live.
That's what was going down, bro. And that's insane over there in Indiana, bro. That's how bad the flooding was. It kept getting bad and bad. Look at this. People couldn't even cross and get the fuck out of the county anymore, bro. It's just crazy. Some of these illegal truck drivers that don't know English didn't see the signs that say do not cross, flooding, and they got fucking stuck on the road, overturned and flooded. When they got rescued, they got deported.
Live.
It happens. I mean, you're breaking the law twice when you think about it. Oh my God. It's pretty bad, man. Biblical flooding. This is stuff that's been predicted. And it's not just in America, motherfuckers, because literally Japan this is monsoon season. But usually monsoon season is not this fucking bad because Japan is currently underwater. This is what every city in Japan looks like right now, bro. And like 7 inches underwater everywhere. And it's gonna get worse because Japan is a bunch of stupid little islands created by volcano eruptions. That's just a fucking, like Hawaii, a tropical hellhole of fucking volcanic eruptions and plate tectonic and earthquake movements. And as soon as this finishes, flooding. For fuck's sakes. It's insane, bro. If you were out there this week, you did notice a crazy phenomenon. And the crazy phenomenon was none other than the Persian meteor shower. And this is stuff, like I said, this is biblical predictions because they've said, look to this, Jesus said. You want to know when the end is coming? The beginning of the end before I even decide to come back and help any of you motherfuckers. Because right now I'm getting pissed. The way everybody's bullshitting under my name and pretense. How dare you? I don't know who the fuck this Jesus and Jesus is. That wasn't even my name, you pieces of shit. I have his real name tattooed on me. Those who know, you dumb pieces of shit. Yeah. But even he said, look to the skies for the signs that are coming. And we seen this week the Persian meteor shower. Signs in the skies. Fucking bright minerals like iron, nickel, and some other sulfur and some other ass were falling from the skies and shit. So they were making all these luminous meteorites this week on Wednesday and Tuesday night. If you stayed up and went outside of the city limits, you might have caught a glimpse of some of these asses. It happened all over the world. But here's one thing that happened not in America. Like I said last week, we got it back in 2024, I think. But in other parts of the world, like in España and Red Bull, brought to you in part by Red Bull, they managed to get a skateboarder doing a badass, kick flip during an eclipse, solar eclipse. Look at that shit. Looking all fucking pimp and ass. Fucking Red Bull is a bunch of geniuses. Pretty badass, man. I'm glad I got to see it in 2024 because I was right in the center. It was the best fucking shit. There were a lot of woke lesbians out there trying to watch the eclipse, and it went down exactly how you imagine it would have gone down for these dumb bitches. Yeah. She's really stacked though. She's fucking stacked. Oh yeah. There's a dumb bitch. Look at this. Let me put on the binoculars over the fucking camera on my iPhone. You dumb whore. God gave you eyes so you can witness these things with your own fucking senses and see something special for once in your lifetime, and you're choosing to fiddle around with technology to try to share it on Instagram or some bullshit fuck that 1,000 other lesbians follow you and like your shit and make you feel special throughout the day. You fucking idiot. Thank you for being here on a Friday night on the only show that is strictly no lesbians allowed, obviously. Oh my god. Fires are burning all across. These have been prophesied. It says in the book of Revelations, I will poison a third of the oceans, and I will burn a third of the trees and farmland on earth. And we've been seeing fires all across the United States for the past couple of months and shit. But guess what? Now you're seeing fires increase in other parts of the world, and it's looking even crazier than it did in the United States. Soccer blue. I don't know what kind of shit he said in his Greekish tongue, but it sounds like he's in distress over the countryside on fire, and the fire's slowly headed towards where everyone is. It's crazy, man. The same thing was happening in Croatia, but in Croatia, I ain't not even gonna lie, man, it got really bad. It started off slowly, like the way it did over there, and they were evacuating people.
Ja jesam, so...
Yeah. It started at 9, and like I said, it started like fucking slowly. And then it quickly escalated, and it started looking a little bit like this. Oh wait, that's the wrong video. It literally started looking a little bit like this. This fucking idiot who's recording this is still there in his home, where all around him, literally everywhere around him, there's fire, bro. I don't even think it's safe to be breathing the air there right now. I mean, it is like hell on earth, literally. It's nuts. It looks like this is something out of a fucking movie, bro. Look at this. Fucking hell on earth. The description, I would say. I mean, how how is this not biblical, bro? How is this not something straight out of prophecy? We're gonna burn a third of the trees on earth. That's insanity, bro. We're not done there, my friends, because I've been talking about it for the past couple of weeks. There are earthquakes happening left and right. And in Colombia, there was a 7.4 earthquake. We already seen earthquakes in Japan. We seen earthquakes in Venezuela. But in Colombia, there was a 7.4 earthquake this week. And they're all praying to Jesus that he saves them. I can hear them. I can hear them. I speak their language. Not by choice, by birthright. Anyways, I'm not Colombian. I just know the language. All right, don't worry about it. I know several languages. I'm trilingual. Actually, I might be quadlingual. I don't know. It's still debatable. Look. Even the military was not safe. This is one of their drills, and even they knew what was happening, and they fucking had trained their entire lives for this kind of situation. And watch how they handled this, as literally everything crumbled around them. Yeah, that's how you train military. Unfortunately, that is not how you build buildings. Crazy, bro. Here's another account of a family that barely escaped during the 7.4 earthquake in Colombia. She says, get up. She says, she's calling their teenager, get out of there. And he's like, what's going on? Get out of there. There's an earthquake. He runs out of there in his boxer shorts because he was probably masturbating, not giving a fuck. The rumbling of the earth was making it feel good. He just thought he was pulling it hard enough to finally. Look at how close this is. This fucking naked motherfucker in his boxers gets out of this fucking house. Look how close this shit is. 20 seconds, I counted. 20 seconds before the stuff started falling from the building. I counted by the time when they got out of it. If they would have taken their time and fucked around and let's just stay in the doorway. Look at this. And look, motherfucker, this is a fucking pretty rich neighborhood for Colombia. Those are some modern design homes with probably infrastructure. I don't know the validity of how they're built and shit. They look pretty sturdy to me, but when you have the ground, the earth shaking at 7.4, what the fuck, bro? Literally. Even they were saying, look at the street, look at the street. All you gotta look at the fucking street. Was literally moving like jelly. Look at this.
Señor Jesucristo, por Dios.
Look at the street, moving like jelly, bro.
Señor Jesús.
The ground is moving like jelly.
Cristo Santo.
And all of these people are praying to Jesus when this is happening, man. Because none of these motherfuckers are Satanists or atheists or any other bullshit that I pray to a 6-armed elephant and Krishna, an ass and a half. All of these motherfuckers pray to one God, and that's Jesus Christ. And all these people live in poverty and shit and a half. Just think about all that. Just think about all that. This is really bad, man. There was so many close calls in Colombia. Look at this close calls, bro. Rocks and shit falling from buildings, debris on cars and crushing them. Literally, those people survived and literally escaped death. Right there, that guy got out of his car and ran before his car got crushed. That guy on the motorcycle was lucky that he didn't get crushed, but his motorcycle got crushed. Holy shit, bro. Look at that. The motorcycle is destroyed. That guy just landed beside his motorcycle. All of those people should be dead, bro. But everybody prays to one God in that side of the world. Just remember that. Just remember that. But not even that one God was safe from the destruction of Mother Earth, because not even the house of the Lord was safe from this Colombian 7.4 earthquakes. Not even the church survived that shit. An ancient church built in the times of the colonizers. Destroyed by the earthquake, motherfuckers. Just so you know that the true God of this world doesn't give a fuck about you or your erections of false idols. It's shit that you have erected upon my temple. It's crazy, bro. The earthquakes are happening. Today, probably an hour or two ago in Indonesia, a 7.7, the strongest recorded so far this past 2 months, just hit Indonesia, bro. And there is a tsunami alert for all close neighboring countries and people of vicinities of the ocean and shit. This is happening, bro. It's happening just as our sleeping prophet has foretold. Already over 10, probably already over 15 of the earthquakes that have happened so far in 2026 have been 7.0s and above, my friend. Here's everything we've been, and this is not even locating the one in Indonesia that just happened right now today that I just talked about. Look at all these. And these are, a lot of them have happened within the past 2 months. And this is just this year, March, June, July, and now August and shit. The strongest ever. And this has driven people to put California on alert. And all these people right now are at 95 to 85% chance of getting hit by a 7.0 and above. From now until August the 17th, it is on high alert, and anybody living in this vicinity, or plain and simple in the state of California, quite frankly, I don't know why you're still there. Get the fuck out of there right now. Come back in October. That's all I'm gonna say. When the mudslides and the rain fuck you all up again. Oh my God. California is on alert, man. Nobody wants to believe this. I told you it's due. It's gonna happen. Arizona Bay. Brought to you in part by Tool and Maynard James Keenan. Oh yeah.
Live.
But shortly after this earthquake happened in Colombia, their volcano in Coaca became erupting. It didn't erupt it, but it started spewing all these gases and shit. And this is all related with the earthquake, because the earth, like I said, the sleeping prophet said that the earth is shifting. This isn't like those conspiracy nerds have been saying that, oh, the poles are going to shift, the North and the South Pole are suddenly going to switch places, and all this destruction is going to happen. No, you fucking idiots. The North Pole has been shifting, and it's been changing positions, and it's been doing it this whole time. Within the next few years, it is gradually going to increase the speed at which it moves into its new position. And that will increase the intensity of the weather and fucking geological events such as these. Just like the sleeping prophet said. And the government knows about it. They just don't give a fuck about you and I. They have their bunkers and they have their safe houses. They're gonna be just fine while the rest of us die. They don't care about you and I, and you need to wake the fuck up and realize this. Mexico's fuego has been erupting for the past month, and on Sunday it started having hiccups. Here's one of those hiccups, brought to you in part by one of these dumbasses that wants to go sit out there, record this live, and possibly end his own life by watching this geological event happen live on television. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's amazing to be there live and seeing that, man. But that fucking hiccup just sent out lava thousands of feet up into the air. And God only knows when and how much force it's going to do it the next time around. And whether or not it might land where the fuck you are, you dumbass. No one thinks about that. It's gorgeous, I'm not gonna lie. We are blessed to live in an age, in a day and age where we get to witness such fucking events captured by camera for us to see. Unless this is AI, then we're all fucked and we live in a fantasy world and it's the Matrix, the machines have taken over and we're all in pods and everything is a lie. Which we're actually really close to being something like that. Mount Etna, we said last week, began erupting last week in Italy. And it continues to erupt. And as the sleeping prophet said, Edgar Casey, then all we need is Mount Pelé. Mount Pelé in Brazil or South America or wherever to start erupting. And as soon as Mount Etna and Mount Pelé are both erupting at the same time, all coastal cities and anybody who is living below sea level has literally 90 days to get the fuck out of there. Because after 90 days, where you live will forever be underwater. And that's the new like finally, that'll be the end of everything. Crazy shit, bro. Crazy shit. Oh, son of man, here you go, spreading your bullshit about potions and conspiracies and lying about ass. Oh yeah, explain why our dumbass elected officials almost literally spilt the beans, but some of the other idiots we elected, who are also in cahoots with the elite, stopped him before he spilt the beans. And I don't know why I didn't catch this months ago when we discussed this very interview, but here it is in front of our faces. The elite are fighting their own war in front of our eyes, and we're just not paying attention to what really is going on. Listen to this idiot Zelensky, who literally spoils the secret. Oh my God. The secret that these guys have been holding against us this whole time that they know about. And Trump shuts him up before he goes too far and exposing what they all know and we don't.
Let's start from the beginning. Sure. First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't
God
know
bless.
that.
You will not have war.
Don't tell.
He said, you haven't suffered. He says, you haven't suffered and you have a beautiful ocean. But in the future, he said, listen to this.
Ocean and don't feel now. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future.
You don't suffer right now, your country, and you have a beautiful ocean. In the future, you're gonna suffer because of that beautiful ocean. Because they know that the tides are gonna rise in places like New York and New Jersey, and every coastal city will be underwater in less than 3 months. And it's not just in America. This is coming for everywhere else. Any place that is below sea level, you're fucked.
The war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You
God bless. You will not have war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
Trump stopped him right there. Shut the fuck up. You're not supposed to be saying this shit out loud. And I don't know why I didn't catch this. That's why everything went south soon, straight from there. JD Vance started jumping in, and it all got into it, man. This has all been happening. Keep an eye on the weather and stay safe. If you live in the coastal cities, get the fuck away from there. Come into in the inner Americas and stay away from the Great Lakes and the Mississippi River, because all of that is going to overflow and flood. Stay away from rivers, any cities that are near rivers, and shit and a half. Stay away from flood zones. They're not going to be good for nobody. But let's move on to United States news here in the homeland. How our country has been surviving this week. Just for you motherfuckers. Watch out, everybody in New York City. If you're ever out there in Mickey D's, watch out for the good old chair throwing brawls that go on in the cities, these communist cities with the woke motherfucking leftists. fuck, man. Like, that's just nonsense, bro. And the fact that, like, there's no police anywhere and all this is allowed to happen. No one went to jail or got arrested. Everyone's food was ruined and their dining experience is just destroyed. All the new kiosks and all this AI automated shit. I mean, for what? For what, man? You think it's like this in Japan? You think it's like this in China? You think it's like this in other countries, bro? This is embarrassing, man. Fucking embarrassing. God damn it, man. I don't think people understand how shitty they're making this country. And it's not just the Yankees, as we say, from the north. Because there's motherfuckers down here in the dirty, such as in Memphis, Tennessee, at a gas station. It's fucking insane, bro. It's like a fucking war zone, bro. Oh my god. That's just in Memphis. It's crazy. Be careful out there. Gomer, stay safe. You motherfucker. Cheers, everybody. Thank you for being here on a Friday night on the only show that is strictly for the boys. Oh, but it's not just bad in Memphis, Tennessee. Because over there in Georgia, apparently, the people are getting dumber. That might be a copyright song, so I'm turning it off. This lady doesn't realize that her car that is on neutral with the gas, or neutral with the fucking keys running, that the most easily solution to stopping her car is to open the door, hop right in, and hit the brakes. She thinks that just by pulling on the vehicle, she could somehow stop it, and eventually she's an idiot, and the vehicle falls into the creek. Oh, humanity, there's no hope for us, my friends. There's no hope for us. Well, there's hope for some of us, because at least there is one guy out there in fucking Georgia that understands the law.
As long as I don't curse him out, and as long as I don't threaten him, I can say what I want. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
We sick and tired of that nigga there.
Live. Cheers, this motherfucker. That's what I'm talking about. Am I right about what this? All right, well, I can say this, motherfucker. You can't take me to jail. Fucking crazy motherfucker, bro. Oh my god. I can't say the same thing about California. It's a hellhole. It's just a hellhole. But it ain't no different than Memphis, Tennessee. Because in California, they're also having shootouts at gas stations. But actually, they took it a little bit further in California. They're having shootouts at intersections where gas stations are located. But they upped it up a notch. They're doing it in the middle of the day during the coming home from work traffic at 3, 4 in the afternoon. Welcome to Sacramento, California, my friends. Be safe out there, everybody. It's not safe in America. There's a lot of people that grew up without dads and moms, shit and a half, and they're making life harder for the rest of us. Oh my God. But there are those politicians, the woke ones, that are trying to make life easier for those that are less fortunate or are on a lot of drugs. And we're seeing a new Los Angeles, California, one we didn't think was possible. A Los Angeles, California, full of ass and vagabonds and shit and a half. Son of man, all of that is obviously AI. You're just being one of these trolls trying to get clicks and ass on the internet. Oh yeah, this is AI, and I was trying to be smart and cool and hip, motherfucker. But explain this shit that it's real.
In Los Angeles, as you can see, they allow people to live in the streets like this. Broken down cars, makeshift houses, couches, trash everywhere. What's crazy is this one has windows. It has a sliding glass door. You pull into the alley.
I don't have a sliding glass door. And I only have one fucking window.
Anyway, they have makeshift houses, carts, water, fresh water. They're breaking down the car right there.
I mean, it's fucking ridiculous, the kind of shit that's going on over there. Some people have taken it a step further and have made it into little communities, mansions, and even clubs and social gatherings, maybe places people could have orgies and drug-fueled fucking parties for everybody to spread AIDS and syphilis and all kinds of other venereal diseases and infections to each other, not to mention COVID. Here we go, everybody. Think I'm lying?
What up, what up?
So this is the thing.
So right here we got the Skid Row mansion, huh?
Skid Row, this is called the tent.
The tent.
So he gonna have his
Welcome to the tent, motherfuckers, here on Skid Row.
live. On social media page. He's gonna really be a celebrity.
Damn.
Starting off, we got the mobile tent, you know what I'm saying? His youngest child of all the tents. Working on this out of everything you're gonna see is gonna be just recycled.
And right here we have Terp Science Labs. They're promoting.
No, they have terrible tents, by the way.
Okay, all right, cool.
They got terrible fucking tents.
Well, let's see what you got. Show me the insides.
So yeah, this will be the
mobile tent.
This lifts up. We got another little tent.
What's up, bro? Oh, my motherfucking guy. How are you?
So
all right.
Right now, everything looks like it's under. You know, it's under the way.
What happens in the bathroom stays in the bathroom. Okay.
It's gonna be a bathroom right here.
Okay.
And an outdoor shower right here. So this lifts up a little bit. That one lifts up. This baby little space.
Okay.
She got her tent, a little lounge area type shit.
Nice.
It's gonna be outdoor shower.
Okay.
Real revealing. You know what I mean? This is my little space. For me to do my thing.
So it's like your man cave?
Yeah, man cave.
Your tent cave?
Dancing up in there chilling. This is the tent.
And this
is bad inside because the girls ruin it. But that's what the girls do. You know what I'm saying?
And this is the MTV tour.
This is the tent. This is the tent. So the tent.
And this is where all the magic happens.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You're gonna fall in love with the characters that come around. Mostly females. It's
You're gonna love the characters that come around here, mostly females with fucking like scabs on their necks and fucking faces, and they got all these track marks on their arms and legs and shit, and their pussies smell bad because they haven't fucking showered in weeks, and dreaded hair, and who knows what else, bro. It's gonna be badass. Make sure you're here tonight and shit.
live.
This fucking guy.
Nice.
Good ratio.
Man,
Good ratio.
you got the whole shebang.
It's full of live, exciting shit, you know what I'm saying, when it's underway. So right now, it's all trashed. It was a huge party. I gotta clean it off.
Hey, thank you for showing me, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and thank you for being here. MTV Cribs, Skid Row Mansion, motherfuckers. God damn it, bro. This is what they voted for. This is what a Democratic run elected city is like, and unfortunately this is what Austin, Texas is slowly becoming. The capital of Texas is slowly becoming this nonsense. If not, oh, it's halfway there already. It's sad to see a city become something like that. Something as notable as a city as Los Angeles, which literally means the angels. That's literally what it means, the angels, the city of angels. Does this look like the city of angels to you? It looks like the city of fucking druggies. Fucking debaucheries, dumb sons of bitches that need to be put in jail or rehabilitated or just put out of their misery, one or the other. That's all I'm trying to say. Why are they giving them clean needles for them to survive and continue living like this? It's fucking nonsense, bro. That's California, everybody. Cheers. Thank you for being here tonight on a Friday night. Thank you, Merkaba. Thank you, Super Saiyan Joku. Thank you, Street Team Tony. Thank you for Gomer Kyle, even though you're sick as fucking dying. I love you, my friend. We're gonna get sprites tomorrow. There's a Sprite hour. We can get all the rarest sprites we've ever gotten and shit. We better make sure we get there so we can get them all. We want to get them all, just like the Pokemon. It's gonna be badass. Thank you, everybody who was here tonight. I appreciate you guys. I do this show strictly for you, for the woke pack. The day you all stop showing up is the day the channel ends, and the day I'm done and finally get to rest in peace and don't have to worry about doing some bullshit, looking like a clown every goddamn Friday night. But until then, I am your slave, and we will continue to do this show. Thank you all. Until then, I will leave you with tonight's closure. Oh, another reminder, on our Discord tomorrow night, we will be watching wrestling, and hopefully I will do my best to figure out where in the fuck we can watch Orlando Brown versus Ray J, celebrity boxing. So it's going to be a long night for us tomorrow night, fellas. Be prepared for that. I'll do my best. No promises, because I don't know. My regular websites don't have it announced. It's one of these weird celebrity boxings, so I'm not sure where I'm going to have to look for it. We'll see. We'll see. All right, guys. Thank you for being here. And I leave you with tonight's motherfucking closure. Thank you all. I bid you good night. Have a safe weekend. Straight from the underground. Woke back. Straight from the underground. Drunk as fuck. High as fuck. Straight from the underground. Drunk as fuck. Woke as fuck.
What the fuck, man? Fucking running like lady, eh?